Yeah. Run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough. I flip it 100 ways. I'll give you my soul, I'll give you my whole life. Give me another day. Quit back in your clothes, come back through that door. But baby, don't run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough. I flip it 100 ways. I'll give you my soul, I'll give you my whole life. Give me another day. Quit packing your clothes, come back through that door. But baby, don't run away. We can talk about it, take a walk about it, hit the park about it. Know your last man used to push you around. If he touch you again, put some chalk around him. I don't play about you, baby, pray about you, baby. Pull that chopper out and spray about you, baby. I ain't even much a killer, but I guarantee you that I'm fucking crazy about you, baby. I'ma go psycho. Let off shots, light him up like a light show. Girl, quit playing, I saw that little eye roll. You too bad, got me feeling like Michael. Pretty penny or two and a dime, no. Not a 10, you a 12, but no 5-0. Girl, for you, I would walk on a tightrope over sharks in the pool with my eyes closed. Hey, so fly, never basic. Don't cry, I'm just saying. Those guys always playing. I tried to persuade you. I done spent a long time in the matrix. I hope that you can just find your way home. I get it, you don't wanna pick up the phone. And if you decide you need your time alone, just promise me now, girl, I pray that you don't run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough. I flip it 100 ways. I'll give you my soul, I'll give you my whole life. Give me another day. Quit back in your clothes, come back through that door. But baby, don't run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough. I flip it 100 ways. I'll give you my soul, I'll give you my whole life. Give me another day. Quit packing your clothes, come back through that door. But baby, don't run away. Yeah. Run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough. I flip it 100 ways. I'll give you my soul, I'll give you my whole life. Give me another day. Quit back in your clothes, come back through that door. But baby, don't run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough. I flip it 100 ways. I'll give you my soul, I'll give you my whole life. Give me another day. Quit packing your clothes, come back through that door. But baby, don't run away. We can talk about it, take a walk about it, hit the park about it. Know your last man used to push you around. If he touch you again, put some chalk around him. I don't play about you, baby, pray about you, baby. Pull that chopper out and spray about you, baby. I ain't even much a killer, but I guarantee you that I'm fucking crazy about you, baby. I'ma go psycho. Let off shots, light him up like a light show. Girl, quit playing, I saw that little eye roll. You too bad, got me feeling like Michael. Pretty penny or two and a dime, no. Not a 10, you a 12, but no 5-0. Girl, for you, I would walk on a tightrope over sharks in the pool with my eyes closed. Hey, so fly, never basic. Don't cry, I'm just saying. Those guys always playing. I tried to persuade you. I done spent a long time in the matrix. I hope that you can just find your way home. I get it, you don't wanna pick up the phone. And if you decide you need your time alone, just promise me now, girl, I pray that you don't run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough. I flip it 100 ways. I'll give you my soul, I'll give you my whole life. Give me another day. Quit back in your clothes, come back through that door. But baby, don't run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough, I flip it 100 ways. I'll give you my soul, I'll give you my whole life, give me another day. Quit packing your clothes, come back through that door, but baby, don't run away.
Doctor? Doctor, can you hear me? Can I hear you? I can. Are you ready to be put on blast right here? Right here, right now. Yeah, sorry, I was like, oh, I don't want to keep going this that long. So I was like, I'll flip over, we'll talk a little bit, and then when he's ready, we'll do the 10.
We're here.
No going back now.
When I
Everybody's
got back, when I got here, it was just you on the Titanic, dude. What the fuck?
Yep. The sink it's still sinking.
Yeah.
I said the sink is still sinking. The ship is still sinking. But we're still afloat for now. The door will fit both of us on it. It won't. You know, everyone gives Rose shit for that. And I don't think they could have gotten. Maybe they both physically could fit in the door, but I don't think it would have stayed afloat.
That's always my theory on it. They would have been too heavy. It'd been too heavy.
Well, this ship can't sink. Yeah.
You want to know an interesting fact about Titanic? That particular scene. I hope you don't know it, but that particular scene in the water, they filmed it in actual like 30-degree weather or whatever. Like James Cameron wanted real breath coming out of their mouths.
It was a little bit harder to CGI that. You know, in one of the Walking Dead scenes, I think it would have been season 4 or 5. There's a scene that they had to shoot in the winter, and all the zombies, the walkers, if you will, they had breath, and they shouldn't, so they had to go in and CGI out all of the breath
too much
of the walkers. That's
much.
tough.
Wow.
Yep. Good times. But hey, how's it going, man? How's life treating you? How's the ASIM world? Huh? Is it good over there? Because we're out of the game now. Yeah.
I mean, y'all, I've been enjoying your guys' Outlast trials for sure. And it's something fresh and new, but I have like a scheduled Sundays TCM still riding until the wheels fall off. And it's boring. To be honest. It's I just wish there was more content, I think we all do. How it ended.
We played this morning. If I'm playing with Nick and Chase, I can play.
Yeah.
If I'm playing with friends, I can make it happen. And especially if it's a 3-man party, because then you're guaranteed you're going to find a game right away as family and don't have to sit and wait for the broken-ass lobby simulator.
Yeah.
I can have fun that way. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know how people solo queue it. Like,
yeah, Victim is, it's easily just waiting for a queue or waiting for a lobby and then waiting for that third killer to join,
Yep.
So it's unfortunate.
Brutal, dude. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Now we're already going to have the awkward silence. How are we kicking things off here? What do you want to talk about? Do you have anything specific? Because if I can start throwing shit out, Halloween Kills is a terrible movie. Thoughts?
True.
I'm making that my whole purpose.
Absolutely. No, I'll take the reins, dude, for sure. A couple months ago, I think I hit you up about doing a podcast / interview style for like all content creators of TCM to kind of like get together, and not just TCM, but maybe Evil Dead and F13, and kind of get together and just talk and display our experience with what we've had to do with being the content creators of the game that's not made by behavior. You know what I mean? And kind of being on the back burner, but still having a following and gaining in that scenario. But I really kind of toned that down to just you two because I fuck with you two. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to do a like an interview of Riley and Nick, not just Slash and Cast. I wanted to get to know you personally better, for my sake, but also for my viewers, for your maybe new subscribers that don't know the backstory of Slash and Cast and what happened from the beginning, the origin stories, as you will. And so I came up with about 16 questions or so that may have quick answers, it may have long answers, emotional, non-emotional, whatever it may be. I'm really proud of this. I'm fucking saying it. I'm really proud of these questions. Okay. So that's, I guess we can start there. That's kind of what the scenario was in my head all day at work.
Wow.
So
now I feel
yeah, pressure's on, baby. Now you gotta get a cocktail.
So badly.
We got garage beer.
I wish I could. I want to tell you what, one of the reasons I'm like, so I'm working on this video right now where I really want Kane Hodder, that is, who I'm going to see in 2.5 weeks now.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks. He's always kind of giving me a hard time about my weight because we're friendly like that, where he can do that. And he's always kind of giving me a hard time. And I want him to notice that I lost weight without me bringing up that I lost weight. So I'm like this next 3-4 weeks, I'm going to be insanely dialed in. I'm not touching any alcohol, no snacks, nothing.
Chiseled.
Just going in there, abs showing. Yeah. So we'll find it. So I've been filming like montage style fucking Rocky footage of me working out, basically. Every workout I've been doing, like hikes and conditioning, I've filmed all of it. And it's going to be, I'm making like a stupid Rocky montage edit, and we're going to go in, I'm going to be mic'd up when I go see Kane. We'll have a camera on, and then we'll find out me or not. Yeah.
I think it's definitely noticeable for sure. And I touch base on that in some of these questions because as myself, who's gone through a weight loss journey, I think that's one of our connections, at least in that scenario, you know, for both of you, because you both have done it too. So,
you lost a shit ton of weight. You look great. I just seeing your like wedding photos that you posted. That was today, right? I was like, oh my god. Since then, you've lost a lot of weight.
I appreciate that. Yeah, even then, like that, it's not even the half of it. Like if we get into that point where you guys ask me questions or anything like that, you know, there's a whole story behind that too, of what started the weight loss journey. Because I used to not care. You know what I mean? So Taco Bell and Baja Blast like ruled my life. So
relatable.
Yeah. So let's start. I mean, let's start it off with the questions. I really, like I said, I wrote down about 16 questions or so. And this can apply to both of you if you want to have an answer. Let me find them. Give me just a second here. Perfect. Okay. Let's start. Number one, it's again, these are ranging anywhere from your to generic questions that you have, and then to more in depth. And again, to point this out, this is for my people that may not know you, new subscribers to your channel that may not know the origin of Slash and Cast. Where did you guys grow up? First one, easy.
You want me to? You want you to? Okay, I'll start. We grew up in a small town called Byron, Illinois, home of the Tigers. Let's go.
Okay.
You ever heard of Rockford, Illinois? That's a lot more relevant. It's just west of Chicago. Small town, farm town. That's why we look like farm boys. No, neither of us have worked on a farm. Yeah, we just grew up together. Grew up in a small town and went to school together, played sports together. I mean, we're not, believe it or not, we're not brothers. People think that all the time. I get both have red beards. Stop making fun of us.
Both. What?
But yeah, no, we just grew up together. That's all. I think one time Nick invited me to a not a pool party, but we went to an
indoor water park.
Indoor water park, and the only reason he invited me is because I was fat, and he didn't want to be the only fat kid there.
Whoa. The whole reason.
We weren't we didn't get really close until high school, and when we started with like a podcast and whatnot, because we were always friends, but we were both better friends with a mutual friend, if that makes sense. So we didn't really start hanging out until high school. But yeah, in 5th grade, he invited me to a water park because he didn't want to be the only fat kid.
Yeah, we got
5th grade. Yeah.
we got little like fuzzy fucking pimp hats.
Yeah,
At the arcade.
I gotta find that photo again. Yeah,
Like tickets and everything, the whole nine, like that little counter with like rubber sticky hands and shit.
you may not remember, Nick, but that day I also broke the free throw record on the basketball machine.
I don't recall.
Well, then I guess it didn't happen.
Right. Cool. Well, that was one of my other questions. I kind of figured that scenario would come into play where you guys would answer that question in two. It was, where did you and Nick meet, Riley? And now I guess I'll just ask that to Nick. You guys kind of touch base high school or 5th grade, right? You said when you guys met, but really came into play at high school.
Technically, we were in the same kindergarten, I think. Even
Kindergarten?
were you?
So lifers.
We have
Craig?
who?
Craig?
Crane? Craig? Craig?
Yeah. Did you
Nah,
ever?
No, I had who the fuck, the old one. Wow, I don't because I had Mrs. Boyer for preschool.
I didn't go to preschool.
Yeah, I
Didn't
don't
need
remember.
it. I'm advanced.
But you moved.
Oh, I've
You
been
moved here in kindergarten, like, right?
Yeah, right before kindergarten, I
Yeah.
moved here. We've been here, so I mean, yeah, we always like knew each other. Hung out a couple times here and there. Football.
Because you were in flag football too, right?
Mhm.
Because that's like probably my earliest memory of actually doing stuff together. So 3rd grade,
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
Cool.
flag football.
Yeah, so I mean, quite a long time. That's very,
long.
very cool. You don't have a lot of people don't have friendships that long, you know? So
Yeah.
that's awesome. The next question that I have, but real quick, bonus question: how close is Byron to Haddonfield? No, I'm just kidding.
You know, it's Halloween 6. There's a map of like at the train station, and one of the stops on that map is Dixon, Illinois. That Haddon to, and Dixon, Illinois is in our conference, is in the Byron conference. So it's based on the lore of the film, technically close.
By what?
pretty close, dude.
Hour and a half
Yeah,
away.
it's in northern Illinois. Haddonfield
Yeah.
is in northern Illinois. So
Badass. All right, cool. And my next question is, I guess to both of you, just answer one at a time, whoever wants to take the reins. How did your childhood shape you who you are today? Like, for example, what as a child, like you're bringing up, like your parents, your schools, did you get straight A's? Did you flunk out? Like anything that kind of related to that in childhood? I mean, 5 to high school, right? How did it make you who you are today?
I'm sorry. There's a super chat playing on my other speaker out there.
Oh.
What is this? I was like, how is that happening? Dun Pale says hello. Says hello to you as well. Wow, that is a deep question. So we're both lucky that both of our parents are still together. So, and we both also have like super involved and helpful parents. Like Nick's parents are crazy. He can talk about that more, but they do everything, man. Even for like my wedding, like our rehearsal dinner wouldn't have happened without Nick's parents. They made like the whole thing happen. So many things like fall camp blood and things like that. But yeah, my parents are intimately involved. I say so. I look at sports. I think for me, like kind of like shaped who I am the most growing up. My dad is like a freak athlete. So everyone on my dad's side is a freak athlete. My uncle was a professional softball player. He's in the 16-inch Hall of Fame somewhere. If you go to Forest Park, Illinois.
Really?
For real. I used to live right next to it. I lived like, if you walk down the street in Forest Park, there's the wall there, a Hall of Fame wall of etched in players. My uncle's on that wall.
Huh.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Wow.
So yeah, a lot of my work ethic comes from just like sports. Like that's a lot of feel like ambition. Like anytime I'm thinking about like even just grinding like content, sitting on my ass at a computer making content, I think about like that type of drive, and that's what's helping me right now. Because if I didn't have like a sports background, I think the whole weight loss shit that I'm dealing with would be going a lot worse. I think it'd be good. I have to like keep my football brain in mind all the time. Is like that's why I prefer to do that type of conditioning and things like that. I don't know, helps me get through things. I should have been in the NFL. I'm not good enough to be in the NFL, but I want to be. I want to enjoy that.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Nick, how about you, man?
I mean, very similar. Supportive family. You know, I have severe ADHD, so school wise, a little tough.
Yeah,
Got through it. It's tough, but yeah, I mean, supportive parents. Yeah, very creative. Like my parents put a lot of events on. Like they ran an event every year for a nonprofit, or actually for the food pantry. They ran like a fundraising event and was raising, you know, tens of thousands of dollars in one day every year. They like putting events on, different kind of dinners, parties, stuff like that. So always had some creative in me somewhere. Not drawing, I tell you that much.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, my parents got divorced pretty early when I was 2, but they were supportive on each end. And so I kind of took that experience to make sure that, you know, and divorce is normal. You know what I mean? It's a very high rate, but it's also something that I strive to be in my relationship and for my kids, that I don't want to ever have to experience something like that, because it was awful going every other weekend driving 2 hours to see somebody else. You know what I mean? And so
yeah, I've
very cool.
I have 2 older brothers and both half brothers. So like my mom and my brother's dad split up.
Right.
So like I always he stayed close to his dad, so I always like watched that, and I got really close to him for a long time. Still am. I still see him. Scott, shout out to Scott. I see him all the time. Yeah, so seeing kind of that and how they made their relationship work, and then my other brother, his mom actually passed away when he was 12, and that's how my parents ended up getting together. Now I don't. That was actually that's a good thing, where in terms of like coming up, where we're different, is that I'm the youngest, you're the oldest. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and I don't have a good relationship with one of my brothers. You do. You have a great relationship with both your siblings. Yeah. I have a great relationship with one of my siblings. But yeah, we can go. You want to start crying? We can go to an hour-long conversation of me talking shit about my brother if you want.
You know what's funny? Same scenario. I guess I'll veer for a second. My brother and I do not speak. It is extremely tumultuous. Not allowed to see my wife, not allowed to see my kids. Abusive, drug addict, the whole nine. Stole everything. When my father passed away, he left me everything, and it was gone by the time I got to the house to pick everything up. We're not gonna get into that, but my brother completely understand.
My brother would try that. But he'd get caught slipping. I'm telling you. Go ahead and fucking try.
Yeah.
Something I'm thinking of as my parents get older, because my brother's gonna try the same shit. I bet
he would. Yeah.
It's funny because I actually got close again with my brother for a while, and then something happened with his missus and someone else in my family, and we had no issues with my brother. Everything was fine, but we had an issue with her. And, you know, I understand being on your wife's side and doing what you got to do. But as a result of that, he ended up blocking all of us.
I'm still friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh.
Hit him up on Snapchat. Yeah. I have not said a word to him he has not met my kids. He has not met either of my kids. I don't even know. Right. I don't know if he knows I have a second kid. I don't know if he knows. Genuinely.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Unless he stalks Slash and Cast here and there, I can't stop him from doing that. I don't think he knows I have a second kid. So there you go.
Yeah.
I feel you, bro.
Yep. All right, perfect. Thank you.
Start crying yet?
Yeah, dude. No, trust me, it gets deeper. But first, let's veer. Okay, what are we here for mainly as everybody that tunes in? We're here for some horror and horror related shit. So one of my questions here is, what was your first experience with horror? And Nick, I'm gonna throw it to you first, and then Riley, you think.
Yeah,
So it's interesting because I wasn't, super into horror at a young age. I mean, I watched, my dad's like, oh yeah, there are certain movies you need to watch, not just horror, but the classics. Halloween was in there. Jaws was in there. I watched the Forrest Gump a time or two.
It's the best horror movie I've ever seen.
It's scary, man. But yeah, I mean, just watching them, it's October. I'll throw on, a Friday the 13th here and there. But it wasn't until till senior year of high school when we started our first podcast, watching more horror movies naturally. got Scream kind of hooked me.
Scream gets everybody.
Yeah.
Scream hooked me, and then 90s slashers, just the vibe, kept me hooked.
Yeah.
Nick is a simp for Scream 3.
No, that's me.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. Nick's a hater.
Don't you ever?
Yeah. He is a sim for I Still Know, though.
I Still Know. Yeah. By the way, can we talk about Jennifer Love Hewitt on the red carpet? Holy fuck! Yeah. Sorry to veer real quick.
I'm telling you, man, the douchebag comments I saw today, especially like women are fucking bitches sometimes. Okay,
Clip.
Clip it right there, dude. Clip it.
But like, women, there's nobody more mean to women than other women.
Right.
It's brutal.
They're disgusting.
Yeah. They're just disgusting. Dude, some of the comments I was seeing from women about Jennifer Love Hewitt, I'm like, she is so much hotter than you're ever gonna be. Shut up. Even now, at 46 with 3 kids, she's so much hotter than you're ever gonna be. Don't you ever make fun of her.
And she rocks it. And she's not taking Ozempic like every other fucking celebrity. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Like, she's not that healthy, bro. She has a little bit of a, but she just got big ass mother hips, man. She's got 3 kids.
Yeah, she
does. Dude. She looks great. And I honestly cannot wait for this weekend to watch I Know.
Yeah, we're going tomorrow.
Yeah. Lucky, unfortunately, I have to work, but the wife and I are hitting up I Know and Casino Saturday night. So it's going to be. Oh.
All right, I'm in.
Come on up to Washington, y'all. Or I guess over to Washington.
Washington State?
Yes. That is where I am currently residing.
Way too far.
Nick, or sorry, Riley, your experience. What was your first experience with horror?
Everyone asks me this. That's always like the horror movie question to go to. I genuinely don't know. I don't know what it actually got me started, because I would have been 2. I would have been my son's age, which is weird to think about.
Right.
Yeah, I would have been like 2. My mom was big into slasher films, which I don't know what the hell happened because she doesn't watch shit anymore. She was big into slasher films, so she had a ton of them on VHS, and so she just kind of explained to me, hey, this isn't real, let's watch, and she didn't care. And so I was a huge fan already by the time I was like 3. I was collecting by the time I was 4. If you look at our website at slashcast.net in the About section,
right,
there's photos of me when I was 4, like getting horror toys for my birthday.
It's in your blood, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a fan a long time. I would say my earliest memory of like sitting on a blanket bed in my living room and watching a horror film is watching Part 7, F-13 Part 7. I specifically recall the DVD menu. I don't remember the DVD menu because it has the Fred score, the Fred Mullins score, and it's just blasting with that yellow artwork. The DVD artwork. Yeah, I specifically recall that other than that, I don't know what got me started. I mean, I was obsessed with Scream. I was obsessed with Scream 3 very young. I actually ruined the VHS tape when I was a kid. Yeah, and Scream and Scream 3. I watched a ton. Didn't watch Scream 2 till later, which that's my mom's buy it on VHS.
Ooh.
She didn't get it soon enough. Couldn't just hook it up on Amazon Prime back in the day, you know?
Right. That's cool. I mean, there's a couple things I always like to veer off here for a second, because when you guys say something, it reminds me of something of my childhood. Nick had mentioned Forrest Gump being frightening, but if we're talking about movies that weren't intended to be terrifying, but were, I'm not joking you when I say this, the movie that scared me the most as a child, and I hope you know what this movie is, was The Brave Little Toaster. And I don't understand fucking why that movie was so scary to me, but fuck that movie. Okay, that's all I gotta say. And my first experience truly with horror was The Exorcist, the original Exorcist. My Mother of the Year award goes to my mom showing me the original Exorcist at 8 years old.
Damn.
8 years old, dude. Yeah, with, by the way, the director's cut, spider walk scene included. And I was never the same, but I was obsessed ever since. And that's where it kind of, my love for everything horror related came. So for sure.
Wow.
And speaking of ruining VHS tapes, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, TMNT 2, Secret of the Ooze, and Spaceballs. Those three films I fucking ruined.
I think the only two actually like VHS tapes ruined from rewinding so much is Scream 3 and then the 2000 Royal Rumble. Dwayne Johnson eliminate the Big Show hundreds of
3,000 times, right?
I ruined as a kid were Teletubby tapes.
You still watch?
I wish I did.
Still watch them on loop?
I actually just got
Shit.
Spaceball. That's in the mail. I got it for $1 on Whatnot.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's huge because Spaceballs 2 was just announced, man. So super excited. Riley, how do you balance being a husband, father, and content creator at the same time?
Don't. Dude, right now it's brutal because I lost my job back in April, and I didn't make a ton of money at that job, but I made enough where we were comfortable.
Comfortable.
We were vibing. Now it's like I have to put in 10 hours a day to get by, to get by on like pennies, you know?
Yeah.
So it's now I have a newborn. It's been a lot. It's basically just don't sleep. That's basically how it is. And I have to keep working out. I can't stop that, but it's actually been nice. I work out with Kane a lot. So it's like time I get to spend with Kane. And now my wife started working out today. I put her through it. She's not gonna be able to walk tomorrow. Yeah, it's hard, dude. You just do your best. I mean, you know what it's like as a dad. You just do your best. That's all you can do. But all I really care about right now is I want to make sure I'm not dead by the time I'm 30. So I need to lose weight and get in better shape. And I want to make sure that there's a roof over my kids' heads. And I'm doing those two things. I'm making sure those.
And how old is Kane?
He's about to turn 2 next month.
Gotcha. And so, see, the difference here, at least in my scenario, is you have it much harder because a newborn and a 2-year-old. My kids are 17 and 15. You know what I mean? So if I wanted to, I just like go to your room or hey, go to the mall, right? Like I don't have that kind of restriction to where I have that, but it's still something that I strive to have a schedule of where I'm upstairs creating content for such amount of time. And then by 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., whatever it is, I'm downstairs hanging out with everybody. And I feel that is very important to do because you don't want to lose sight of what the most important thing is. You know what I mean? Not that you need that information, but to anybody, don't let something consume you so much that you don't focus on your spouse and kids or anything in life. That's how I look at it. So
I think having a schedule is key to that. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people, you know, they'll just make content when you can, and I get that. But because I'm doing it as like a job, it's like I try to set hours. Like, this is exactly what I want to stream. This is exactly. I actually try to do that with working out too, and then I know my kids are gonna be going to bed at like 8 o'clock. That's why if I were sort of stream late, that's why I'm waiting on my kids to go to bed. So yeah, it's yeah. Just if you have a consistent schedule, it definitely makes it a lot easier.
it helps. Right. Okay. Next question is for both of you. And I guess it's a collective brain question. When did you know your passion with YouTube would become something of a larger scale? Considering you have over 100,000 subscribers, which most people will never see in their content creation journeys. Again, when did you know your passion with YouTube would become something of a larger scale?
I think the real answer is we don't.
We don't. Yeah, I was gonna say we like even now, like I know that I see that the roof, you know, I see it's much higher. Like we have a lot of room that we can get to. There's a much higher peak than where we're at.
Right.
And I know that. But to be like, is this gonna happen? Can it happen? I don't know. Like 100,000 subs, like that sounds cool and on it, and you would think that that's like actually something financially feasible. But in today's world of YouTube, it's completely different. Your sub count doesn't matter. It's purely your algorithm. How are you handling like memberships and things like that? And it's just a completely different game.
Yeah, and really, I mean, for a long time, and even kind of still now, we look at the number because you're always tempted to look at the number.
Yeah,
but you're just happy to be playing Friday the 13th, doing weekly horror news, and if people stick around and want to hang out, that's awesome, and making some lifelong friends along the way too. That's just
right.
bonus. Happy to keep doing it,
and that's why when we lost our job, I was so adamant that like I want to try this. I want to try YouTube because if I go get, which I have options, like I literally had 2 jobs offered to me that were more labor intensive jobs. One of them was working nights, and I'm sure that would have made more money doing those jobs. But I was like, man, I spent 10 years building this shit up. Like, let's take a shot. Let's take a shot with it. And if it works out, it works out. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. So far, we're hanging on. so far, hanging on by a thread, but making it work.
And all it takes is one, dude, you know, in that sense too. And I get what you're saying, especially since, you know, as a content creator myself and who still has to have a full-time job in order to, you know, skate by, like you said, with pennies. It's something that I think I was more or less coming to the point of this question being, like you see yourself, okay, we have surpassed a certain number. We're cooking, right? We're cooking, whether that, and you know, like you said, it's not even sub count at this point. And Nick said it as you're tempted to look, but to me, it's the question that I'm sorry, I'm rambling. The question I was trying to get to was, did it feel good to you to hit 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, and then at 100K, you're like, fuck, maybe we can do something with this. We got the button. You know what I mean? And continue to go in that route. I don't know. Maybe the question was a little bit easier in my head.
Oh, here's the thing that any content creator that's grinding right now and is finding success as you go, you're going to realize this very quickly. Every time you hit a milestone, you're over it immediately, and you just want to get to the next one. Like,
right.
By the time you get there, because I thought like we hit 100K, I'm good, I'm satisfied. We got the button, right? There it is. We got the button. Like even when I got the button, like unboxed it, I was like, this is lit for 60 seconds, and I'm like, oh, I just don't even fucking care anymore.
Like you said, YouTube has changed. Even in the last like 5 years, subscriber count isn't as impactful to your algorithm. It does help, but you just got to make quality content.
Yeah,
exactly.
honestly, I get more excited about certain changes. Like, so you actually, I think, noticed, Weezy, that the new intro that we did. So we have the cold open and then the intro. Like, that shit makes me more excited than any milestones we've hit. Like, just seeing that, hey, look, our content looks better now than it used to, and things like that. You have moments where like a video will pop off and you celebrate that for 30 seconds, and then you're just finding a way to do it again. You're just constantly finding a way to do it again. And
how can I repeat the success of the previous? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And once you get in that headspace, it's also annoying as shit too, because what we did with Slashcast, all it ever was a passion project. It was never about the numbers. But then you have something pop off and you're like, oh, I kind of want to do that again. So then you start focusing on the numbers. And now that I'm trying to do it as a full-time job, I'm more focused on the numbers than I want to be. And I don't like that mentality when making content. It's like, how do we get this how do we clickbait this next video? You know?
Yeah.
I just, that it's an annoying place to be. And I'm trying to avoid that. Right now when we're covering news topics, it's shit that we genuinely care about.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of conspiracy tinfoil hat shit right now, but like that's what we like to do. That's the content we have fun making.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I get it, you know, and when I came from Evil Dead, you know, it started in Evil Dead, and that was my, you know, and Saber announcing, you know, sunsetting. I was scared because I had grown a community in the Evil Dead world. How the fuck am I going to continue the success in another game? And so with obviously TCM being announced, I was like, okay, let me start, but I'm still know that I'm going to lose, you know, numbers, right? And so focusing on that really did kind of consume me. But it ended up working out in my favor even more, because just, you know, the sub count alone and the viewership alone from TCM became 10 times that of Evil Dead. So yeah, I get it.
So the F13, it was, we like fucking cried, bro. Like
right.
We were reading the announcement and just like, like,
bring it back. Yeah,
because not only you just lost something very special to you, because that game is more than a game to a lot of us, but it was also like, oh, now what do we do?
99% of our channel at that point was Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
right,
like,
right.
Now what do we do?
And it's terrifying, dude. It's terrifying, honestly, as content creators. You're like, fuck, man. Like, you know, like as us in general, like I've dipped my toes into, you know, Marvel Rivals or into like single player titles, even, let alone horror single player titles that didn't perform as well. And it just came to that point where it's like, fuck, man. And so with the sunsetting news of TCM, I'm at that crossroads again. It's like, where do I go? Talk to my wife every night. Should I do this? Should I do that? You know, it's just, yeah, dude.
But yeah, like, I tell you now, I just told this to Nasty too. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I was like, what kept us going with F13 was staying consistent. It didn't matter how we spiced up content. As long as you keep posting and keep doing things, it's not gonna be the entire audience that you had with TCM or F13 in our case, but some people are going to stick around. Some people are going to be there with you. And then when the next thing does come out, which was TCM, those people already be there, and you'll immediately get an algorithm push. And then you bring in a whole bunch of new people, and that's what happened. And that's what happened with Predator Hunting Grounds. That's what happened with TCM. And it's going to happen again with Halloween. It's going to happen whatever's next. And let's just keep pushing until then. Don't stop making shit.
Exactly. The whole group of content creators. It's going to be, we're coming up, and then a game's gone. The ASIM world. You're just up, and then you're up, and then you're down. Or you're going up.
Yeah. There were creators with F13 where it died and they just stopped making content. Like, no, keep making fucking content. And then when the next thing comes, that audience is already there for you. Just keep making shit, man.
Right. You know, and I'm telling you right now, Scout Dracula is gonna save our lives. No,
you don't know.
You never know. No, that's how I am right now with, like, you know, summer camp and Fear the Reaper and stuff that I'm covering that's coming out soon. Is I'm dipping my toes. We're getting established before anything even solid happens, and I think that's a good direction. So
yeah, being
Like
smart
you,
about it.
like you said, keep grinding, dude. The grind never stops, man. Till the wheels fall off, as Ash would say. Okay, perfect. Well, sorry, this is another Riley question. But I guess it's for both of you. Let's touch base on your guys' weight loss journey, because now we're gonna go into more of the emotional shit. When did the weight problems begin? And I want to be honest. And what ultimately was the cause of them, and how have you handled them? Because we all know dieting and exercise are two of the hardest things to accomplish in life. Yeah, let's touch base. Let's get real here.
I'll go first because mine's shorter.
What do you mean?
I have less weight.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that.
So I hurt my foot. I was always a little bigger. Hurt my foot, not able to exercise, super exhausted, in a lot of pain. Got my surgery, sat on my ass, recovering, coming back, foot pain still there, a lot of pain. Can't really do a lot of exercising, gain more weight. Still having the foot problems, but locking in, eating less, eating better, a little bit of medication, suppressing the appetite. I'm down 24 pounds in 6-7 weeks. I'm 301, was hoping to be under 300. But as of yesterday, 301. Next week, I'll be under 300.
I hope I can say
badass.
That's
Keep
where
it going, baby. Yeah.
Let's go.
Like
yeah,
that.
I've also always been a big guy, but I actually cut a significant amount of weight going in senior year of high school because I was playing linebacker, and then I got moved to defensive end. They immediately had me gain weight, and then I was recruited in college to play defensive end. But then when I got to college, I was 290 when I went to college, and then I ended up getting moved to nose guard in college, which your only job, for those that don't know, if you're in a defense tackle or nose guard and you're lined up there in that A gap like that, your one job is to take a double team. Be a big enough, strong enough guy that they need two guys to stop you. That was my so they had me they wanted me at 330 by season, and I made it. But then when I gained all that weight, I found out my neck was broken. I had a fracture in my C7, and I didn't get cleared for fucking ever to play again. And so I just went down a depressing rabbit hole then, just like you were mentioning with Taco Bell and Baja Blast. There was a Taco Bell right next to my college that got hit up a lot my year of college. Put on a shit ton of weight then. Dude, man, I went through like a horrible depression run because at the same time that all happened and I was gaining weight in general, I thought my dad had cancer, and that fucked me up real bad, and he didn't.
Yeah, thankfully.
No kicking. He's doing good. But yeah, so that fucked me up, and I gained even more weight, and I pushed up over like 400 pounds probably in college, and then I cut it. Sorry, there's a super chat again. I missed several super chats, by the way.
Get it, baby, get it. Go ahead and call them out. Yeah.
Thank you. I saw some memberships. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry. We'll come back to them. I swear, I do appreciate you though. I'm trying to cry. Let me cry. No. But yeah, I moved to Chicago with my fiance at the time, now wife. That we lost a whole bunch of weight 2019 into 2020. Both of us did. We both looked pretty damn good. And then COVID hit, gained it all back, dude. I was hanging on for a while, just kind of staying at a little bit heavier. But then when my son was born, then I shot up and I gained a bunch of weight then. And I think last year, August of last year, September of last year, I peaked at like 410 again, which unbelievable. What the fuck is wrong with me? Right. And now, this morning, I was 323. So
90 pounds, man. Yeah.
Chipping away. This time I've like, not just have I lost weight, I've put on quite a bit of muscle this time around too. So like actually training properly, eating properly, Yeah, that's and honestly, a lot of that is because like I like I said, I just want to see my kids grow up, and I was on the path of being dead in 10 years. So yeah, but I'm gonna be. My goal is to be under 300. I wanted to be under 300 by August 1st, and I don't. It's gonna be close. I'm really dialed in right now. It's gonna be close, but that's like another 20 pounds in 2.5 weeks.
So
I don't know.
yeah,
At some point in August, I'll be under 300 pounds, and I have not been under 300 since high school. Like I mentioned, going into college, I was 290, and that's the last time.
Coming up on 10 years.
Yeah, it's been 10 years since I've been under 300 pounds.
that's awesome. Yeah, and you know, my weight loss journey started in that same sense. Kind of a story that I haven't really told a lot of people. You know, growing up the same, I had, you know, a very heavy mother who just fed us processed, you know, mac and cheese and McDonald's every, you know, 3 times a week, and it ballooned. And throughout high school, I played defensive tackle as well, but it really became a prevalent once my father passed away in 2017. I put on an extra, probably 80, and I peaked at about 417. And when this is kind of how it is. I'm going to veer for a second if you guys don't mind. I got home from work one day and I had a immediate chest pain for some reason when I walked into the house, and it lasted about 5 minutes. Went about my night, went to work the next day, got home again, walked in the house, chest pain. Don't know what the hell happened. Don't know what's going on at this point. 3 days in a row, this happened. Only when I walked into my house. Okay. I lived in a single wide trailer at the time. And by the 3rd time, I was like, okay, I have to go because it was unbearable. It started lasting about 10 minutes. This pain in my arm, in my chest, making me vomit. And I got to the hospital. They hooked me up to an EKG. I'm 30 years old at this time. This was back in 2019. And they said, hey man, all is clear. Looks great. You're having esophagus spasms. Word for fucking word. What the fuck is an esophagus spasm? Anyway, here for the next 12 days, you need to eat plain yogurt because apparently it was acidic reaction, kind of like heartburn, but like extreme. And so I followed the diet. 12 days, this happened 31 more times. And on the 12th day, I was watching Avengers Endgame in the movie theater. And spoiler alert, fucking Iron Man dies. Sorry. Oh. I'm not joking you when I say this. I had a heart attack in the movie theater right when Iron Man died. We found out after 33 times that I had 33 small heart attacks each time that thing was happening to me. And I had a false diagnosis of esophagus spasms. I had immediate emergency surgery, had to be rushed to the hospital, stent put in my heart. I have a stent in my heart. Okay.
Jesus.
Bottom half of my valve was pinched on itself like this. This is kind of where the blood flows through right here. And it pinched itself every time I walked into my house. And we figured it out, and the doctors figured it out, that it was because of burning incense in my house without proper ventilation is what they determined the allergic reaction to be. 50,000 cases a year, reported cases a year for respiratory and heart problems due to burning incense. So just letting you guys know, without proper ventilation, that shit fucking is toxic. All right. But I'm here to live, dude. I survived 33 heart attacks in 12 days.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
It is kind of a fun story to say that you had a heart attack at the same time that his heart went out.
Yes, exactly. Because I was so sad. But what really kind of put that all into play is because obviously when you go to the hospital, they do a bunch of tests, and they found out that my A1C level, which is glucose level, if you guys don't know, was an 11, which is death range for a diabetic, right? And so at this time, I'm 417 pounds, but my arteries were not clogged. Like they were fucking perfect. Sorry for cussing so much. I'm just going to cuss. Yeah.
I don't care.
They weren't clogged, but I had a ridiculously high A1C level. At that point, I was like, man, God, I'm 30 years old. I just had so many heart attacks and I'm 400 plus pounds. This is not the way to live. And that day I made that decision to cut everything out. And so I stopped drinking soda, which was the hardest thing for me because it's the most delicious thing ever. And then fast food and just chicken every day forever, dude. That's literally all I eat. So
Yep.
and we're down to 225 right now. So we're almost at a full-blown 200 pounds.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm convinced I can't get under 250, but we'll find out, won't we? I'm like, I gotta be holding at least 200 pounds of lean mass, right? Please. But come on.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing your story and your stories. And, you know, I really hope people understand that if they ever need me to talk to them and I'm assuming you guys are open to any questions you have about weight loss and that they can contact you as well.
Dude, my
perfect. Yeah.
You know how everybody's got like, so your story, you almost fucking died, and that's what got your life together. Everyone says like there's that one time you see yourself, and that's when you're like, yeah, I need to fix my life. My wife took a photo of me golfing. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, if I could switch.
I can, yeah.
That, bro. Oh my god, that was the photo that did it for me. I saw that. I'm like, oh, what the? Like that is. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm just gone. No, for real. Yeah. Looking at old photos is the weirdest thing for me, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, even dating back to high school, it's just weird, dude. But yeah. Okay, next question, and we're about halfway through, and some of these are going to start popping off into more horror shit. So everybody watching, I promise you, we'll get to some cool shit. Is there anything in your guys' YouTube career that you wish you had done differently or regret? Or has everything lined up how you've wanted it? And strictly slash and cast related here.
I don't know. I'm like a pretty big believer in everything happens for a reason, and I think a lot of times, like things have just kind of played out for us. Where you can call it luck, and there's always luck in this game, but like we did the right things at the right time to find the luck. You know, it wasn't like, oh, we didn't earn it. I always felt like we've given ourselves the best opportunity to succeed.
Yeah, put in the hard work at the right time.
Yeah,
to get the luck.
Right.
I mean, there's definitely been, you know, things in our personal lives, like you're good, I'm not good.
Yeah.
I'm good, you're not so good. Like it, and some of that, I mean, we have brought back Slash and Cast. We've done it and killed it how many times now? Like 5, 6.
You're right. Right.
I wish we could have stayed consistent with that, but life happens, shit happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're chilling. I don't know if we regret anything.
Yeah, I'm not big on regret. I don't know.
Right.
I don't like living in the past. There's a lot of things I want to do, and there's a lot of things, especially right now. I have a huge Google Doc of like shit I want to do, and I'm like, is it worth the risk of breaking the algorithm? So that's where I'm at right now. I was like, the interviews I want to do, and I've been joking around about this like weightlifting show that I want to do, but I actually think it'd be funny because there's so many horror icons who are just jacked, and like stuff like that. I think it'd be fun to take like what is hot ones, and instead of wings, you replace it with reps and sets, and you just work out with these horror icons and do what we're doing right now, where you get to know people way more in like an actual fun environment that they appreciate. Like I think Tom Savini, like guys like that, Tom Savini, your Kane Hodders, guys like that would love
just rip some reps. Yeah.
Like those, nobody ever asked them questions about that type of stuff. And when you look like that, when you look like Kane and you look like James Hugh Courtney and you look like Derek Mears, you're like, fitness is a big part of your life. And I bet you they love talking about that shit. So I think it'd be cool to interview them and have them put you through a brutal workout at the same time. So just right, Scherzinger's first on my list. If I could just get him to agree to do it.
First episode. Right. Perfect. Yeah, and I think from my experience, it's the thing that I was like always ask myself is like, what if when I started my channel, I liked playing Dead by Daylight? You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man. Like we missed that out, but it's just something that I will never ever regret. Starting an Evil Dead is because I enjoyed that franchise. I enjoyed that game. And I'm not going to be the one to say like, fuck, I wish I would have been a Dead by Daylight player or a Dead by Daylight content creator because of the ASIM world or Fortnite, whether that be in 2017, and just how it all plays out. So I really like your answers. Okay. And I literally wrote this in the notes. Okay. Now the fun part. Let's discuss video games. Okay. I first discovered you guys at the tail end of F13 videos. Okay. On your channel, as I was heavily into Fortnite at the time and Call of Duty and shooters and shit. I never really played horror titles until Friday the 13th. And what has F13 the game meant to you?
It's everything, man. Like honestly, it's one of the reasons I want Gun to succeed. Like I don't want to have to be the one shitting on Gun all the time, and I hope they know that too. Like sometimes they might hear only the negative shit that people say or like we say. Like we try to be pretty constructive. I think sometimes they piss me off too much, and I lose my constructive criticism. But like, dude, I always say, look how truly passionate they are as fans. They obviously they design great games. They just fumbled the live service on TCM. And I think a lot of that comes back to, who
Sunset Towers.
Yeah, right. They still hired them. They should have known better. I think all of us got worried when we saw Black Tower on this. Like, well, what have they shown up to this point where it says that they could handle the live service of this? And you think Gun would have that same breakdown, but I guess not. But yeah, like, so F13, without F13, like, the channel never would have popped. It would, and I can't imagine the Slash and Gas show would have stayed alive all these years. It probably would have held on for a while, would have kept it going, but I can't imagine it would have gone anywhere.
Well, even not anyone at Gun or Alphonic, someone a little higher up reached out to us that was involved in Friday the 13th the game and brought us out, and we did some consulting. And years later, that ended up helping us get our jobs with Boss Team, which, I mean, financed financed our for a couple of years. And so yeah, I mean, we definitely would not be sitting right here without Friday the 13th the game.
I don't think I'd still be making videos, or at least not in the horror space. I'd probably still be doing videography and things like that, but it would be completely client work.
A part of me always wanted to do YouTube since I was in fucking middle school when YouTube just came out, and I always wanted to do that. Whether it was, I mean, it wasn't horror at that time. It was gaming. It was variety. It was everything like that. So maybe I would be doing something like that. Wouldn't have saw much money and probably would have ended up having to hang it up just because gotta work.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, we genuinely owe like everything to that game. So and it is, like, to this day it holds up. It's still a lot of fun to play. I've been having a blast playing on the DNS servers. So when people say it's just a game, that one not so much with that game. It's a little bit more than that. I mean, so many friends that we still have to this day. It was a game changer.
Right. Perfect. Yeah, I agree. And like you said, you don't know what you would have been been able to do. And like just taking that and riding it till the very end is, and we're still playing it. Shh, we're still playing it. Yeah. Transitioning from F13 into Evil Dead the game. We kind of touched base on this already, but again, this was a two-parter. How did that make you feel? Knowing it was a fresh IP and that numbers might hinder because it's not your source material of Slash and Cast at the time.
I think we were just excited, like,
Yeah.
because it was, like I said earlier, it was about after F13. It was how stay alive till the next one. That's just what it is. Stay alive till the next one, and there was Predator Hunting Grounds, and yeah, and then Evil Dead. Evil Dead, that scenario was a little weird because we were under NDA for that game because we consulted on it back in 2019.
It was 2019.
Yeah,
right.
So the last 3. So we consulted on that game way back then. And 3 years later it comes out. But I actually, I got the job with Boss Team 2 months before that game came out. So I wasn't working on the game. I didn't really do shit for that game other than like the first consulting session we did, which I guess a lot of that, not what we said or anything like that, but it was like a lot of the things that they presented to us to give feedback on ended up making it to the game.
Yeah, like, hey, do you think this would work?
Yeah, it was a lot of that.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like it should be this.
Yeah, give us your game design ideas.
No.
It was like, here's where we're going. What do you think of this? And then I didn't really do any work on that except there's some like Savini Ash art, like the red variant. I did some work on some of the graphics for that. I made the Comic-Con booth, the San Diego Comic-Con booth. I designed that for Evil Dead. But other than that, that was it. So that was a little bit weirder because that was the start of me not knowing what I can and can't say about working Boss Team games. Which is actually, it's one of the things where I'm a little bit of sigh of relief that I don't work there anymore, because it was going to get really funky with Halloween. Because like Evil Dead was kind of, I didn't really work on it, so I felt like I had a lot of wiggling room to say what the hell I wanted to say and whatnot. And I was a contractor, I wasn't an employee. So we always had a disclaimer. If you can go back to watch our old Evil Dead videos, there's a disclaimer that says like, hey, we're contracted, but we're not paid to say anything. So yeah, that was a little bit weird, but what a missed opportunity that game is, because it had so much it could have done, so much more DLC, so many more maps. It's another one that just pisses me off.
Pisses me off. Yeah.
Yeah, it was starting to ramp up too. We were getting a couple good updates towards the end, and then the end.
Yeah,
the end. No chat. No chat, man.
Yeah, dude, and I have a fucking Game Informer. I have a gold Game Informer. There's only 90 of them in the world, and I have one of them. And I got it signed by Ted Raimi with the hopes that he was going to end up being in the game.
Yeah.
And
oh. Okay. Now, same question, but this time it applies to TCM. Coming from Evil Dead the game into Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game, was it the same approach or was it handled differently this time?
TCM I knew was going to be the game we had to run with. I guess I had a lot of faith in Gunn and Gunn's game design, which ended up being right about, but then, they blew it. But yeah, I was like, I know what they're going to do marketing wise here. We kind of like just understand the way Gunn functions now, we just kind of see it. So we knew it was going to work out. So I was like, all right, go all in on this game. That was kind of a no brainer. And it's the closest so far it's felt to like the F13 days, where people were just as excited as we were, covering the news as we go. Every little detail, every little flyer that went out, it was a video.
Right. Pedals into the tech test, into, it was such a great campaign, honestly. And with the community hub that we all bought our Leatherface rubs on, right? you know, the steak rubs. Um, really set the tone, in my opinion, for how immersive and like even them with Gun, like you said, how they make video games is they're so fucking good, and that they go in and they even recorded sounds in Texas and found out what flowers bloom in August. You know what I mean? Like the detail is ridiculous. And I just wish that dedication to like the first, I don't know, I guess the introduction of the craft would fall into live service, but it's also not just on Gun. We keep, you know, people keep shitting on Gun Media and Gun Interactive, but a lot of it came into Black Tower not being able to really live service the game like they wanted to. And I think Gun has what, 15 employees? Like, you know what I mean? Small dev teams.
I don't even know if it's that many. It might be 12.
I think it was 12, but I think the last update was 15. But yeah.
Had they handled the sunsetting announcement and things like that better, I think we would have been a lot nicer.
If it
Right.
wasn't after the PlayStation Plus deal, if it wasn't full potential, all that shit.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have tweeted more after the after sunsetting than they did before. You know, it really reminded me of Saber's last 108 days. I'm sorry to cut you off, Riley, but Saber and Evil Dead, the last update that they had before they sunsetted was 108 fucking days on Twitter. That is insane that they didn't mention anything before that. You know what I mean? Before the sunset announcement.
Yeah. And then Gun, we're Gun, this is a pro and a con, and unfortunately it shined as a con a lot more with TCM. With their passion and how personable they are, like, so you get it, like, we know who Matt is, we know who Wes is, we know who Ronnie is, and you get to know those people. And when shit hits the fan, you start pointing fingers at those people, and we call out Matt, we call out Wes and whatnot, and they eventually get to a point where they take it too goddamn personally, and that's just a tough spot to be in a passionate fan base. That's how it goes. And they ended up calling out people like Matt. I still can't believe Matt went into the fan subreddit and screenshot shit and posted on his own Twitter. Like, that is asinine, unprofessional shit, and I would hope he knows that now.
But then he responded with, if that's unprofessional, then I'm unprofessional.
Yes.
Right.
Wait, no. Thanks for confirming that for us.
How do you think Wes handled that? You know, because with Matt still being employed to this day by Gun, you know, he had to have had at least some form of, you know, discipline, right? Or a talking to, as you would say.
I think a lot of the times, I don't want to say Wes encourages things like that. I think Wes is open to people being people and being who they want to be on social media.
Right.
I do think, well, look what happened. Matt is off of Twitter. Matt is very rarely on streams. Sid's the face now. He learned to take his upgraded job of brand ambassador and stop being the community guy. He figured it out. Took a while to get there. And hopefully that continues to apply. Because I tell you what, we've met Sid a few times now. Sid is by far the most level-headed person I've met at Gun. And I'm not saying other people are like those or anything, but Sid, they went up to us at Scarefest, and Sid was like, "Hey, I've seen your videos. I just want to let you know I don't give a shit. Like, you guys hate stuff. That's cool. Like, I'm not offended at all." And it was super nice to us.
Yeah, they were really cool.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's
okay.
Cool. Yeah,
I was like, that's what the community manager needs to do. And yeah, that's so. Unfortunately, they also had to put their name on the sunsetting announcement, and they did not deserve that. Sid didn't deserve that, the hate that came as a result of that, because licensors approved that messaging. But that's where we are now. But
well, it's
in
been
the future,
since April 15th since Wes has tweeted. Right?
Yeah, Wes interview.
That interview.
Yeah, completely agreed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think. I don't know. The thing is, I want to hear from them more again, but it also scares me. It scares me to hear from Wes or Matt, because if they say the wrong thing, they're getting shit on, and it's going to be rough. For the rest of Matt's life, he's going to be hearing sorry you're going through things. And that's tough.
Sorry you're going. You know, I'm gonna call it now. Okay, you guys heard it here first. Wes's next tweet, right, is going to be the dude in the car going like this.
Yeah, it probably will be
100% or the fucking eyeball emoji, and that is it. Okay, I guarantee it. Okay, perfect. We're moving along. Now I wrote this. Get this. Now the super fun part.
Yes.
And there's only 3 things left, and then we're through the questions that I had for you guys. But this might be too much, but it might be just right. Give me your top 5 horror franchises of all time. Ooh.
Does it have to be in order?
It does not, but I would prefer it, or I think we all would prefer it. 5 to 1, baby.
Well, let me just get...
You got to rank it now. Maybe no ranking. Maybe if it's easier.
I think out of horror franchises in general, I think Scream is the top dog. It's never really missed to me. I know Scream 3 gets a lot of hate, but come on.
Yes,
Right.
Scream's in my list. I don't know if it's
So
number one
Scream
for me.
is no skippables, as you can see. Scream for sure, somewhere around here. One of
Yeah.
mine too.
I think from the golden era of slashers in the 80s, I think F-13 is the best franchise.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
Favorite.
It's-
Yeah.
while it doesn't have that Halloween film, it doesn't have like peak of cinema type film in it, they've hit consistently enough where I think that franchise just did the best. It didn't. It never like completely missed until later on. When like Jason Goes to Hell was like you could Jason Takes Manhattan. I don't know.
Jason Takes a Boat. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason was just always fun to watch. Where I didn't really get pissed off until he was gone, until he wasn't there. Like that's not the case with Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, Dream Child kills me. You know,
Freddy's dead.
Freddy's dead. You know,
Ugh.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
so-
yeah. Cool.
So Scream, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Just because of 1, 3, and 7, it's enough to be in my list. And I feel like I have to say Evil Dead because you talk about not missing. Evil Dead continues to hit. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Probably as far as personal ranking for me, that's a different order, but yeah,
that was not a ranking. I would have to flip some things around.
That's exactly the same. I want to say I know what you, but nah, I think you
Not
gotta
as a
put,
franchise,
you got to put
yeah.
Evil Dead in there.
I mean, you only
Yeah,
really
'cause-
have 2 until the new one, right? Because we don't count Always No. We don't count that, right? What is that movie?
Yeah.
If you guys ever watched, you guys are huge fans of James A. Janice over at Dead Meat, because I know you guys talk about him a lot. Have you ever seen his kill count for I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yep.
How he starts that fucking kill count, I have to watch it probably once a month. He's like, okay, and now the kill count for I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. This movie fucking sucks. And then just goes right into it.
Yeah, that movie's rough.
Oh man. But I agree. And like you said, with Scream, I don't think there is a skippable, dude. Honestly, his Scream might be the upper echelon because you have your Freddy's Dead, which is just, I mean, I could skip it. Halloween 4 and 5, even for me, is it's rough, dude. I'm a huge sucker for Resurrection. I'm sorry. But like, do your thing, cuz like there's some things in TCM that's like, fuck, man, do I skip? I think
The franchise sucks. Like, I'm sorry. The
yeah,
world needs.
and the
Biggest fall off in horror history.
I like 2. I do think 2 is people like that movie a little too much sometimes.
I
don't
like
know.
2, but
I
it's
like
not
2.
good.
I actually
No.
like 3 too, but like 4 is really bad. The remake's good and the prequel that's good, but like Leatherface bad, TCM 3D's bad, 2022 is
We're not
bad.
the Netflix film was.
All right.
When we finished it, I looked over at my wife because I made her watch it. I looked over and I said, "Holy shit! I'm so sorry."
Like the first TCM, I think it's my top 5 favorite movies of all time. It's one of the best.
Absolutely.
Horror films. But yeah, it's that franchise falls off so unbelievably hard, and it's funny. Like, how can you not see what makes the first film so special? Where's the grit? Where's the family? What are you doing here? Why is it not a gorgeous actual trying to get an Oscar type film? You know, like what are you doing? Yeah.
Right. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Last two. Now, top 5 films. And we're talking horror. We're still talking horror. Not the franchise alone, but individual films. And if you want to save this for a video, you can tell me to fuck off. But yeah.
Like Desert Island, you can only bring 5.
You can only bring 5 movies, 5 horror films.
I think I have 4 of them locked. That 5th one.
4 locked.
The 5th one might be getting me.
Halloween. I'll do mine first.
Yeah, go ahead.
1978.
No, Rob Zombies. Yeah, Halloween. The first Halloween is my favorite movie of all time. Scream. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Ooh. You know what? I gotta
write them down.
So if we're doing the Island one, where it's basically I need to get the most rewatchable films for me. So I knew what you did last summer, and there's a curveball for you. Thanksgiving.
Oh my.
Oof.
Yeah.
I love Eli Roth.
The curveball for you, but
We got an Eli Roth in my top 5, but you already know. I've simped for it enough. Yes. You want me to go next, Nick? I can.
Go ahead.
I got mine locked. All right. So for me, again, it pulls back to my Mother of the Year award. I still think the original Exorcist affected me so much that it's cliche to throw it in my top 5, but I don't care. The original Exorcist, Halloween, Cabin Fever. I don't understand. It's just top 5 rewatchables for me. Like you said, we're bringing it to an island. But these two are off the wall that not a lot of people talk about. The Taking of Deborah Logan, I was flabbergasted with, and As Above, So Below. Those are my most 5 rewatchables for sure.
As Above, So.
Ooh.
I need to rewatch The Taking of Deborah Logan, apparently, because I could have sworn I didn't like that movie the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I had to look through and be like, oh, yep, that's the one. That's my number 5. All right, I got mine. Number 1, the goat, Carrie.
Gary.
I know last summer. OG Scream. I wanted to say Scream 6, but I'm gonna say the OG Scream. The final chapter, Friday the 13th Part 4.
I almost said that.
Part 4.
I almost said.
Yep.
And my last one that snuck in, Silence of the Lambs.
It's a good one.
Nice. Perfect. Yeah, and if we did a top 10, like the movies that you guys mentioned would have like fully on me, like TCM, Scream 1 for sure. You know, F-13 Part 4 still my favorite as well.
Dude, there are 2 random movies that I like could watch on loop: The Faculty and Disturbia. I don't know; those movies never get old to me.
Yeah.
On loop.
Yes, and
It's
a
a
highly suggested film right now. Night Swim. No, I'm just kidding. Bring Her Back. Have you seen it yet?
No.
Fuck.
No.
It's an absolute must watch, dude. I'm telling you.
What's it doing around here?
It's on the thing.
Oh, okay. Well, now
must watch. Yeah, watch it tonight. Watch it tonight. Fuck it. All right. Last topic. Very random. I'm just going to read. I don't even remember what this is, to be honest. When it comes to art, now I remember. When it comes to art, whether that be directors, musicians, actors, etc., do you believe in the ability to separate person from art? I'll give you some examples. Kanye West, Victor Salva, two of the biggest pieces of shit ever that were extremely talented at their craft. Do you believe in the ability to separate person from art?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I don't like when that artist, when that person continues to profit off of that art, like Victor Salva, for example. But I'm not going to hate Jeepers Creepers because of who Victor Salva is.
Same.
Like, so many more people worked on those types of projects that make those things what they are than just like the piece of trash. And I tell you right now, if you are incapable of separating the artist from the art, stop watching anything made in Hollywood, because every single one, some way, shape, or form, is going to have a piece of shit attached to it.
The list.
The list, brother.
The list. Wait. I follow Stephen King. He said that I shouldn't believe in it, so I don't know. So
Morning, I rolled over, looked at my phone. That was the first fucking thing I saw. I couldn't believe that.
Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah. I just don't like when they continue to profit off it. Like, I don't, if a Jeepers Creepers figure were to come out today and Victor Salva was getting a bag as a result of it, I would struggle to support that as much as I love it.
Jeepers Creepers is awesome.
Yeah. But
Let's talk about an incredible film. I mean, you know, one of the most iconic scenes for me as far as horror, when he's dumping the bodies and they're driving by, fucking terrified me, dude. Like, it was just so well made. But again,
it still holds up.
Yeah. Oh, and Justin Long is easily one of the most underrated horror actors ever, dude. Can we talk about that? You know what I mean? He's been in some bangers. Tusk, Barbarian.
Yeah.
You know, Drag Me to Hell. I mean, there's so many that are iconic to me. And I think we all really just kind of associate Justin Long with comedy, but he's more of everything, really. He's done it all. So
I mean, he's been mainly horror lately, you know.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Accepted, add that to my rewatchability.
Yeah, dude. Right. Perfect. And Nick, I'm assuming you agree that you can separate the person from artist or from art.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't like Kanye West music though.
I'm not a big Kanye fan.
No.
Never really have been. Maybe Stronger.
Right. Yo, 808s and Heartbreak got me through a lot of tough times, man. That's all I wrote. That's it. So thank you for answering my questions. And I want to quickly go on a tangent and thank you both for having me. Because I don't normally do shit like this. I play video games. You know what I mean? This was new to me. I've done podcast interviews with other content creators, but I've never kind of started one in the sense of like me kind of hosting the first half of that. And I truly appreciate you both for that. So thank you for popping my cherry, as you will.
No, that was fun, dude.
Yeah.
Take time to make such good questions and like actually give a shit about what we have to say.
Yeah.
I really do.
That, man.
It was awesome having you on. Now we got to argue about it. We have to live up to it.
And now it is your floor. What are we gonna fucking talk about?
Well, so what you said your favorite movie is? It like The Exorcist still, or
like favorite horror film? Yeah. The OG, we're talking Exorcist, not Heretic.
Would you like a hot take of The Exorcist is the most overrated film of all time?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's I think The Exorcist is a good movie.
Mhm.
I do. But it often gets kind of still put on the pedestal of scariest movie of all time. And
Yeah.
I've never felt that way. I don't know.
I agree.
I
guess
yeah.
When I was 8 years old, and I think that would probably make all the difference.
I think what really fucked me up watching The Exorcist at 8 years old was when my mother screamed while scary shit was happening, which made it worse because she was so loud. And after the movie ended, she went to the closet and busted out a bunch of fucking crystals and saged the house. And that's when I was like, oh shit. Like, we got crystals and sage. Real quick funny story about that.
As a kid,
Yeah, dude. Because I was like, wait, what? What I just watched was real? Like, you know.
Yeah.
Funny story quickly about that, because my mother was born in 1967. Exorcist came out a few years after. My mother had to babysit my brother when my grandparents went to the theater to watch The Exorcist. And my mother distinctly remembers grandma coming home and not saying a word, walking past my mother upstairs into my mother's closet, grabbing the Ouija board, walking downstairs, walking outside, and throwing it directly in the trash. She said it was no words were said. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I see someone said Exorcist 3 over OG, and I actually agree with that.
Exorcist 3 was good, dude. One of the very first jump scares, officially documented, I guess, most famous jump scares.
I think it's still the best jump scare of all time.
Mm-hmm. It has to be. It has to be.
I think part of like your Exorcist still being your favorite is like the experience you had with it.
Right.
Because like for me, the first time I saw Carrie was at a drive-in theater. That was my first time ever watching it. It was just the atmosphere, and I mean, it's a great film anyway. But just the way that I saw it, hanging out with the boys at the drive-in, like it hit different, and just it stuck with me. And on rewatches at home, still just love it.
I've seen Carrie a million times before that, and still there was something special about that screening. I don't know. That was cool as shit. Seeing Scream with a crowd at an outdoor screening as well was super cool. It was all huge Scream fans. It was introduced by Nev Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, and Matthew Lillard. Like that also somehow made that film even cooler for me, which I didn't think was possible. Yeah, it does. Everything changes once you see it in an environment like that with people who appreciate it as much as you do.
Yeah. It's like going to a con, dude. You know, it's like you read about cons or you can see videos of it on YouTube, but it's not the same until you fucking go to one, dude. You know? Maybe you're right, Nick. Maybe nostalgia is really hitting me right in the balls here. I haven't rewatched The Exorcist in a couple of years, but the last time that I did, it was just so I can scare the shit out of my kids. And it wasn't, I was really just looking over at them, like just waiting, you know what I mean? Really not paying attention. So maybe you're right.
Maybe I'm going to start a letterbox list movies that I think are scarier than The Exorcist.
Oh man,
yeah.
Night Swim.
Night Swim. Scary.
Yeah, so scary. I want to turn it off.
What about the monk? What is it? The monkey?
I like the monkey.
Yeah,
the monkey was pretty good. It's one I recently watched. Yeah,
see,
like I
brought up. I've intentionally, other than the first teasers of Weapons, I've avoided everything.
Same,
because that feels like one of those movies that's gonna be so much better if you don't know shit about it.
It's gonna be a banger. Absolutely. She was in? What's her name? I can't remember her fucking name, but she was in Ozark. She was like Ruth in Ozark.
Oh,
she's the main character of Weapons.
Yeah. Why am I zoning out her name? Freak.
She's extremely good in Ozark. If you haven't seen that,
Julia Gardner.
Yes.
Right.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Julia Gardner.
Yeah, she's good. She got a lot of flack for like the end of Ozark and that performance, and I'm like, what do you mean? She was incredible.
Wolfman, Wolf Space Man.
Wolfman, yeah.
A lot of flack for that one too.
She's also the Silver Surfer in the new Fantastic Four.
What? Ooh. I'm just there for Pedro, honestly.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal's Fantastic Foreskin.
Yep.
Yes.
Can't wait. What was that?
I have a random question too. Just randomly thought. Do you think DVD fucked up by not making Daryl Dixon an actual character and just a legendary skin, or do you think it's because it's Rick and Michonne, it has to be that? Should they have added 3? I don't know why I just thought of that.
I think their monetization strategy was to take who would you want to buy the most and make them the $15 skin.
Yep.
I think that's where it was. Like who can we justify charging $15 for Daryl?
Yeah,
and that's
Daryl for sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because everyone's gonna buy that fucking thing. Everyone.
Everyone. Yeah, you're buying it.
So I think that was just a strategy. And it does make sense where the show is at with Rick and Michonne and where The Walking Dead currently is. Yeah, having them be together makes sense.
Yeah.
And the 19th spinoff, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think I am ready for DBD to Behavior. Hear me out on this one. I'm not in your creator program, so I'll be more aggressive. I'm ready for Behavior to man the fuck up and stop milking only S tier, A tier licenses. Like, you have way big enough of a community. There are plenty of people there where you can justify doing smaller licenses and make plenty of money doing it.
Right.
Where, like, show us that you're actually horror fans. I've been waiting on that forever, man. Like, now they have a big enough team where there are plenty of real horror fans. But when you do shit like many years ago, I'm beating a fucking dead horse here. But when you have Leatherface and he doesn't have the right color chainsaw, that annoys the fuck out of me. You know, things like that annoy the hell out of me. So now things have changed. Your team has grown. Show us your real horror fans over there and go get Hatchet. Go get Pumpkinhead. Go get Tall Man. Come on.
Gremlins.
Candyman before Tony Todd.
Candyman. Yeah, like that's the
Tony
one. Like,
Todd. Yes. Please. Yeah.
Yeah, now you have I Know. Like, you should should do that.
The completionists alone that don't even care about the licenses. They're going to want to buy it to complete and own everything and give them a killer perk.
Yeah, I know it's hard to say no to things like The Walking Dead, but now that you're like talking about fucking Star Wars before you actually go and get some other horror IPs, you're killing me. Like, I know Darth Vader is cool. I know that, but it's a horror game.
Yeah.
Go get horror licenses that you've been neglecting for years. Jesus. Please.
Right.
That's my message.
Did you guys watch the Stranger Things trailer today?
Yes, sir. I did. It was hot.
Super hot.
I wanting to get out of the game and make fun of that show for how long it takes to get seasons out, and then they drop a trailer. I'm like, fuck, that looks good. Damn it. I'm back.
I mean, it looks awesome. But in November, if I'm correct, with the release of Stranger Things, in November on the roadmap that Behavior released, there is a license chapter. Right?
License kill 2 survivors.
Vecna, Hopper, and Jane. I mean, are we calling it? Because the timeline matches up?
A lot of the rumors and leak people, which you never know if you can trust them.
I have a source.
But yeah, a lot of them are saying Resident Evil again. Another Resident Evil one.
Gotcha.
Again, dude, like, cool, I know, I love Resident Evil 2. We already got 2 of them. Maybe, go get another horror license. Like, why? I don't get it. There are so many IPs that they could grab. They could take probably like a 90% cut of some of these, where they would be like, just people just would love to see their character make into a game. Like Toxic Avenger, for example. Like, you really think they'd charge that much for Toxie? They were willing to do last year. So, like, Dead by Daylight could easily run with it.
Yeah.
I don't know, they're killing me. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. But now they just got two of the biggest horror IPs ever back to back. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Who am I to say? They made a lot more money than I ever will. So
Where is DBD 2? Where's the sequel?
I would like to see
Stay tuned.
I'd like to see real, quote unquote, real horror fans that like all the more niche classic IPs. I'd just like to see them get some shit to represent them.
Tremors and Kevin Bacon. Please make it happen.
Got Nick Cage.
The Jaws chapter. Actually, that's another thing I'd like to see in Dead by Daylight too. Is the Nicolas Cage thing obviously worked. You could just take a celebrity and throw him in there as Survivor, and we'll buy in.
Justin Long.
Yeah,
Please.
get Justin Long. You could even, if you want to go get your big boys, go ahead. Go get Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, throw him in there. We'll totally buy it. Any celebrity you can take and do voice lines with, people will like it.
Skarsgård. They could have fun with his eyes in there.
Sure.
In DVD.
Yeah, you could do it to so many people. If you can't go and get the licenses, then you can still get the people.
Yeah.
Why not? But yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I have not seen any of the Strangers movies. I just thought I'd get that off my chest.
Oh,
Get that off my chest.
yo, Damien, did you hear that?
I made sure.
I love the original Strangers.
It's on my list. After I know, I'm gonna watch Sinners, and then I'm gonna watch Strangers.
I really enjoyed Pray at Night. It's just a much inferior film to the first Strangers. But then Strangers Chapter 1, that movie was dog shit.
That's what I heard.
They can take 2 and shove it up their bum. I don't even want it. Cancel the trilogy.
Yeah. I mean, part 2 may hopefully at least is a step up, but
The trailer didn't convince me. Maybe I'm wrong, but the trailer I was like, oh, oh, that's not good. That doesn't look very good either.
we're like, oh, it's fucking Halloween 2, but
Yeah.
it's Strangers. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Perfect. What was your take on Bloodlines? Just randomly here.
Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah, I
I think it's my second favorite horror movie of the year.
Yeah.
Is it the second best or the third or fourth? Fuck. Well, we know it's better than 4.
I like it more than 5, as well. But I
Right.
don't like any of the first 3.
I have it above 2 as well for me.
Above
2.
Final Station 2.
Mhm.
So do you
That's
go
solid.
1, 3, 6? 2,
3 1.
3, 1, 6. Ooh, yes.
I think I have 1, 2, 1, maybe 3, 1, 2. Those can flip, but 3 is definitely my favorite.
I agree. And okay. Let's go on this tangent here. Is what's better, the MRI kill from 6 or the tanning bed? What are we talking here?
Both have. I don't want to spoil anything because Pack Attack said not to do spoilers. I won't go into the details of that. But
My fault. Yeah. I forgot.
all right.
Still.
it's his fault. Go watch it. It's been out forever. Both were done a lot more practically than I would have thought, but I think I really appreciate the stunt work of Final Station 3's the tanning bed kills, because they literally put that fireproof liquid on them, and they just went and they actually filmed a lot of that, and it's pretty intense. Yeah. Also, that one's I'm not scared to go to an MRI all of a sudden, but I don't like the idea of going in a tanning bed anymore. I think it sticks with you a little bit more.
But then I watched Jennifer Love Hewitt get in one, and I Still Know What You Last Summer, and I'm like, I'm in.
We gonna get in there with her?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. You got to.
As Carla says, this is the safe son. No, it's not, Carla.
I don't care. I will hop right in.
It's yeah. But the first 3 Final Destination films are just so much. feel more like horror films, and they're a much darker color grade in general. Like they just are a little bit grittier. After 4, that Found Station became very bright and livid, and a lot of CGI, man.
Well,
Yeah.
after 3,
Especially 4.
after 3, so starting with 4, they were like, oh yeah, we're over the top crazy. Like even the first 3, there wasn't anything super crazy.
Yeah.
But then in 4, they're like, we know what you guys want.
Yeah, and I guess they were right, because I think a lot of the reviews you saw of Bloodlines were that. It's like the kills were crazy. And it's like, yeah, but
At least
CGI.
Bloodlines brought it a little back. Had a
mean-
decent story with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the CGI. Really, I mean, obviously, I would prefer practical, but there's a lot of things that really played in with Bloodlines for me that was like, okay. I mean, that was a good hour and a half, 2 hours wasted, or not wasted, but you know, it fulfilled me. Like it wasn't like I felt cheated.
I like the character in 6. The whole Clash of Clans Fortress crap, I hate that. I think that's just stupid. But whatever. But yeah, the characters are fun. That's what makes that movie work. It's funny because they did a lot of shit practically. If you go watch the behind the scenes of Bloodlines, like the MRI kill, the garbage
Trash
truck,
can, yeah.
like that was it was done very practically, but they just cover it up with CGI.
Mhm.
You know, and it just
Kind of
you
took
feel,
away from it.
yeah, you feel like nothing was done practically when you watch it, but that's not the case. Like there's a lot of practical elements in there.
Mhm.
But that's what happens when
Right.
CGI to this day still it doesn't work. We're not there yet. Liquid sims have gotten amazing. You could do some incredible liquid animations, but for some reason, blood still you can just tell something ain't right.
Yeah.
I still think, honestly, you know, the MRI, the tanning bed, and I mean, even though 5 wasn't the best, the gymnastics death to me is just so it's what brings me like memories of like what I remembered most. Like there's like fucking 76 saw traps, dude. I can't tell you half of them. You know what I mean? So those 3 at least stick out for me.
I think gymnastics death is the one that like you feel that kill.
Mhm.
That one's brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it also comes out of nowhere. That's one of the best examples of misdirection in the franchise.
Right.
Yeah.
You're watching the screw the whole time on the balance beam. You're just not
The
sure
air
where
conditioner. Yeah.
the conditioner, the fans loose, all that, and you're just watching all this stuff, and then nope. How about
Nope.
she gets?
Right.
And that's another one of those that like you could totally see it happening. Like that, it feels like a kill that you now every time you watch the Olympics, you're like, oh fuck, don't slip, don't slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I really wish I could remember that question that I had in my head, and it's just gone. It's gone forever. So outside of horror, what is your favorite movie, you think?
It's a Justin Long film, believe it or not. And this is where it kind of gets weird for me, is because, you know, in the public eye, I'm a horror content creator, but I really enjoy comedy, and I'm obsessed with rom-coms, dude. And it's a movie called Comet. If you haven't seen it, you got to look it up. It was indie, fucking 2 people were in the whole film. It's Justin Long and Emmy Rossum. She's from Shameless. Okay. Her husband is the director of this film, and it is a sci-fi rom-com. What the fuck? Comet, 2014, greatest film of all time for me.
Okay.
I'm adding that to my list right now.
Yeah, I've never seen
Yeah.
it.
Justin Long, sci-fi rom-com.
Posters.
He's so handsome.
Yeah, the posters got me.
Yeah.
You seen Shameless since you brought that up?
You know, I watched the first couple of seasons of Shameless, and then I stopped.
I used to
probably
live-
should have finished.
I used to live on the same street as the Shameless house,
Nice.
so you can imagine how fucking terrible that was.
Just paparazzi.
No, it's because it's
Oh.
balls deep in the ghetto, brother.
Mm,
Like that is not an axe. They are in South Chicago.
the gutter.
They're on Homan Avenue. I also lived on Homan for a year and a half, and yeah, 500 murders a year. Pretty good stuff. Gunshots every night. Scared to go outside. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good times. Yeah, if you go down there, because yeah, of course people want to see it, and you can just look up the Shameless address and it'll take you down there. But like, there's warnings on both Google. I think Google Maps has a warning that says this is a dangerous area, but then they have signs on the fences there that say like, first of all, it's also one of those neighborhoods where there's always somebody on a porch watching.
Yeah.
So you're like scared to walk down there. Oh, it's like I don't. But they have signs up like all over the place, like this is dangerous. Like don't fuck up, you're gonna die. Yeah, it's a bad area, dude.
It's
I live
funny
right-
you mentioned those signs. It's something that I have fallen down to in the nether realm of YouTube. You ever get into those points where you're like, people say, now I'm on the other side of YouTube, where it's just fucking recommended video of cave diving accidents? Some of the scariest shit, dude. If if you guys ever want entertainment, there's like 30 million cave diving accident videos on YouTube.
As a
And they
big
have
guy,
those signs in the water.
about stuff like that.
Yeah, dude.
I watched the video of that YouTuber that was cave crawling, and he got stuck and they couldn't get him out. So his body is still there to this day. Nothing they can do.
Jesus.
He's
Yeah.
dead. He's a goner. Yeah. They basically had 72 hours to figure out how to get him out, and they couldn't get in there. They couldn't get a diver in there. And so he's just stuck. Yeah, it's tough.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
fuck that. I don't know how people can find the fun in that. Like, I'm not claustrophobic, but the idea of crawling into something that I cannot crawl backwards out of scares the shit out of me.
With limited air supply, like, where's the fun here?
No,
Yeah.
I don't like. Remember what I was gonna ask. Since we went down this rabbit hole here, I remember where I was going with that. Do you believe in ghosts?
Absolutely.
I don't at all. I don't. Did you hear about the?
I think I should
This-
specify spirits.
Sure. Okay. See, that does spice things up. Because I don't believe in like demons. I don't believe in. I feel like if ghosts and things like that were legit like out there and could be discovered and affect things, I feel like we'd have definitive proof at this point. I think people that consistently keep faking them is the problem.
Right.
Nutty Putty. That's right. Yup. Nutty Putty.
His name is John Jones.
A lot of it's fabricated because the internet really just posts videos for likes and for clicks, right? Like, in that sense, I totally understand what you're saying, but I've had an experience. Would you like to hear?
Yeah, that's where I was going with this. I was like, if you've had an experience, because I actually have some experiences too, but I could find a way to explain them, I guess.
Well, I don't have a way to explain this one, but it could be easily, possibly explainable by somebody else. I just know that when I was, I think, 22 years old, let's say it's about 14, 15 years ago, I lived in Idaho. And at the time, there was this school that was where there was like a mass killing, murdering / half of it was burned down, half of it stayed up. They never demolished it type shit. And up the road is a graveyard where they buried all these kids as a, I don't know, I guess a site, right? What do they call those? Like a memorial site. And a bunch of my friends and I decided to go up there one night. And we get up to this school. And there was actually private property on the other side of the street of a man who owned this, like, I don't know, 1,000 acres, whatever the fuck. And as we were going up to this school, we look at the door. There's a whole bunch of carvings in the door. And the boarded up windows, again, you can see the char from the fire. Like, it's just your typical, very spooky setting. but there was these carvings in the door, and the door was hot to the touch. Okay. And as we get done like moving around to the side, we hear a dog bark on this dude's property that's on the other side of the street. And at that point, we're like, fuck, we're going to get in trouble. He's going to, you know what I mean? We're not supposed to be here. It's late at night. We're adolescents, whatever. And we move around to the side of the church or the school, I'm sorry. And there is a burning dog carcass.
That's fucking
awful. Like witchcraft shit. Somebody was there recently. And anyways, we go back the next day for some reason because we wanted to see it in the daytime because that spooked us enough to get the fuck out of there, right? We didn't want to mess with anybody. And we go back the next day and the door is completely normal. No carvings.
Huh.
Super weird, right? And the guy who lived across the road was outside on his property, and he came up to his property line and started talking with us. And we were like, hey, man, just so you know, we're sorry about your dog barking last night. You know, we didn't mean anything. We're just here to kind of check shit out and, you know, for fun. And he responded with, what dog? And that's when we knew, we were like, fuck, man, we might have stumbled across something. Huh. But as far as like spirits and you know, bedsheet ghosts, like, I don't know. Stuff.
Yeah. So there's the shit going on right now with the Annabelle doll. Have you heard about this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, there was the rumors that it went missing. That was debunked. But the guy, the handler for the doll, died. Like he was 54, 56. Randomly died. Cause of death still not out there. Not sure what happened, but they would found him dead in his hotel room, like out of nowhere. So I'm like, that is not gonna help with the calming down the masses with Annabelle.
Well, she's coming to Scarefest.
Dude, I'm not freaked out at all by that doll. Or
Touch her.
I think
Touch it.
I'll fucking punt her. That just doesn't freak me out. I'm thinking now maybe I should probably play a little bit safer since I have kids, just in case it is real. But like I don't know. That doesn't freak me out. I just don't buy it because but
well, especially since the real doll. Sorry.
No, I love hearing experiences like what you just shared. Though I don't think what you experience is bullshit. I don't think you're making that up or anything because I have shit that, you know, I really struggle to buy into it. I don't know. I want to believe, but I think as for the Warrens, I think they are fucking assholes. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm glad movies out of them and whatnot. Thank you, Ed and Lorraine. But I think they are the biggest scam artists in the history of fucking
clairvoyance.
I honest to God, I think they scam the shit out of people. Complete bullshit. But you know, maybe I think the reasons I don't want to believe in spirits is because I am so mad at Ed and Lorraine Warren.
I never believed in ghosts until I became face to face with one.
Wait, what was that? I'm drawing a blank real quick. Don't forget your story, Nick. What was the film? Was it Annabelle Creations, where the start of the movie was literally a hoax? Like the mom and the daughter. Fuck, what was that movie?
In the Creations? Oh.
Like she's literally like charging people to come and do these, and then the table has like these fucking mechanisms that she can make it shake and shit. What movie was it?
Is that Creations? I don't remember. I know what you're talking about though. But yeah,
right.
Dude, like those. The media and shit. I fucking hate that people take money for that crap and abuse people who are dealing with grief.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a sister? No, I have a brother, a sibling.
God, a sibling.
And their name is Jenny. David. And
it's just like Amityville 3. Really? out of there. What are there 100 of those now? But I mean, so we did a paranormal investigation at a place called Conover Square in Oregon, Illinois. You can look this up. They do private tours still. And we're actually we're doing another one. Again, I don't believe, but we're paying the money and we're doing another private tour next month just to film a video and have fun with it. Cause it is fun being with your boys and going out there and looking at scary shit, even if you don't believe. But when we were there, I saw, we were in this room, you know, there was this specific chair that if you sat in it, the one time they got an EVP that said, "Get out of my chair, bitch." By the way, I think that EVP is fake. I've never heard one so crystal clear, like clear as day. The ghost choked on the fucking microphone and said, "Get out of my chair, bitch." I was like, whoa. Like, that's, I was like, that's proof.
That's
all right,
proof.
you did
Proof.
like, but yeah, we were there. We were fucking around in that chair and talking shit to the ghost. And then I looked over into the doorway, and standing there was this like male silhouette, red glowing eyes. And I think he had like a hat on, and then he looked at me and then walked out of the doorway. And I mean, crystal clear. And to this day, like, you think that would scare me, and I was like, "Yep, that's proof." To this day, I think they set us up.
There was someone else there.
Yeah, there was someone else there, and they were doing that because they knew we had cameras and shit, and they knew what we were doing. To this day, I think that was one big setup. There's dude, crystal clear. I saw a person sitting there with red eyes and walked away. I went, there's no freaking way that just happened. No way. So I don't know. We'll find if we go again. It's been 10 years.
Yeah,
It's 10 years since that happened. We go again, and I see somebody with red eyes. I'm chasing that motherfucker down this time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, did you guys see that?" No, I'm gonna see that fucker. I'm going to get him.
Demask them.
We'll get, if they disappear, then I'm like, okay, I believe. Yep, definitely a ghost.
Now
now.
you're like, oh yes, he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
There's places out here. There's apparently like a ghost jogger out here. My mom claims that she has seen the ghost jogger.
I never have.
I've tried.
My brother, that's the road that they take to go to Taco Bell.
Mhm.
I mean, he would go multiple times a day sometimes. It's amazing that he but he's never seen it. Even late at night, he's never seen it.
My mom
ghost jogger.
says one time she was driving down that road and she saw the jogger, drove by, looked in the rearview mirror, and he wasn't there anymore. So that's that story. He dove into the ditch.
That same road has apparently there's a woman in a wedding dress walking.
Yeah.
And then when you drive past her, she's walking, and then as you drive past her, she looks at you, and then as you're driving, you look in the rearview mirror, she's sprinting after you.
Yeah.
I've never seen that either.
Yeah.
Go out there. We should get an actress and go out there and set it up.
All right.
I'm in. We're going to start filming Hoax. I'm in.
Yeah, dude. That's the clicks, man.
There's another thing out here. It's called Bloods Point Road. And apparently it's a bridge there.
There's a bridge, and a school bus full of kids were on it, and it collapsed.
Yeah, apparently all the kids died there. Which I don't even know if that story's true, to be honest with you. But if you actually, kids go out, teenagers go out all the time on that road. And apparently if you stop your car at the stroke of midnight, if you put it in neutral on that bridge, the kids will push you across to safety. If you do it right at midnight. I've done out there 100 fucking times. Those kids didn't save me one fucking.
I was gonna say, bring the camera.
You can see the hands and the baby powder on the back.
We were actually talking about it. We were talking about going last weekend for a buddy's birthday to do let's go to Bloods Point. But yeah, you're supposed to put baby powder on the back, and you'll see the handprints of the kids. Apparently,
that same road, there's a barn by that bridge.
Yeah,
and when you drive by, there's a truck sitting there with their headlights on.
Yeah, every night, by the way, every time I've ever gone out there, he's sitting there watching the road.
That's real. Like that. Yeah, that's not a ghost truck.
That is a real guy who's really doesn't like people on that bridge. Apparently, I don't know. That's about all I got for ghost stories.
Yeah,
I want to go to Bobby Mackey's, the big Ghost Adventures one. Apparently, I don't buy that crap either. To be honest with you, I don't think anything Ghost Adventures has ever done is legit. But I like the show. It's a fun show.
Right.
Zach Bagans is pretty jacked, so that's fun.
True.
Yeah.
Two things, real quick. One time at Universal Studios, Hollywood, I fell off the ET ride into a fucking pit of shit. I was apparently too small for the bikes. Have you ever been to Disneyland? Or sorry, Universal Studios?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the ET ride. Like that's been gone for a while, right?
Yeah, this was when this was back in Vietnam, okay? Like for real. When I was a child. But yeah, I literally fell off one of the bikes. Like I just slipped. I don't know what happened. The ride had to get stopped, and my dad was embarrassed, and yeah, awesome.
Stupid.
Just random thought. The Scream TV series on MTV back in the day. What did y'all think of that?
I only watched season 3.
Oh, that's the opposite of what you're
And I
supposed
had
Yeah.
no, it
season
wasn't good.
season 3 sucks. But I think if you are able to if you're into mysteries and you're into like teen dramas, which I am, like we already said, we're suckers for rom-coms here. I'm in drama crap. If you're into that kind of thing and you can open your mind up and not picture the show as if it's a Scream movie, it's a good time. I think it's a fun show. But if you're looking for a Scream movie, it's not that.
Right. And it kind of almost plays into, I think we got one season of the I Know TV series, right?
That show started off, I really enjoyed it. And about halfway through, it fell off so fucking hard.
Yeah.
They fumbled the end. But I enjoyed the first 4 episodes. I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. Why is everybody hating it? And then it fell.
You're like, oh.
Oh, really bad.
Yeah.
But I think Scream's a lot of fun. The first 2 seasons. The third season's absolutely dog water. But the first 2 seasons, those were fun. And I love the Halloween special, too, in the second season.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch it. I need to rewatch that again.
And to touch base again on rom-coms, and a lot of people in my community already know, but my favorite television show of all time is Boy Meets World. Nothing's ever touched that, in my opinion. Lost came pretty close, and I know both of these shows are very dude, seriously, Boy Meets World and Lost. But to me, that's where it came. And Boy Meets World had a Scream episode, season 5, episode 17, where it was based entirely on the Scream franchise, because it was like 1997, I want to say, when that episode dropped. But it's pretty cool if you haven't seen it. Scream episode.
I feel like I had to have seen it at some point, but I don't recall that.
Yeah. It's the most famous Boy Meets World episode for sure.
Damn. Scream or Chucky for the TV series? Which one's better?
Ooh, Chuck.
Well,
I mean,
the problem is one is actually a true representation of the IP and one's not. And they're so different. I don't know.
Do you think Scream TV series kind of plays like Riverdale or like kind of like that type shit?
Have you seen it?
I've never watched Riverdale.
What have
I've
you seen?
Yeah.
Scream TV?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it is.
Oh, then I like it.
It's like any other MTV show. Like
Yeah.
it's teen drama, man. Like it's
Then I'd like it.
You probably would, yeah. And it's still then you have the murder mystery. You have the murder mystery there too. And
Yeah,
so that's
the who done it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you have the who done it the whole time. So that's still fun. And you're having fun with it. And it's a slasher. And you got the body count. Like it's everything I need. I'm good. Chucky's good. Season 2 is not nearly as good as season 1 in my opinion.
Did you ever watch 3?
I didn't, not the last 2 episodes. So
I like the Chucky TV series a lot.
I do too.
I don't know, and maybe that's just part of the times. You know, I would come home from work at 10:30 p.m., closing the gas station on Wednesdays. Get my bring a pizza with me, and I'd sit and watch the new episode.
So about how we got fat.
Add to it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like. I don't know which one I like more though. To be honest, I need to rewatch Scream again to definitively answer that.
Right. Do you think the Child's Play series is one of the greatest comebacks, like in horror? Because like obviously like Child's Play, and I think we even throw Child's Play 2 in there, and then it just kind of, even I guess critics related. You guys have your own opinions on the entire series. You might have liked all the way through, but if you go and look at Rotten Tomatoes, it kind of goes from, you know, red, red, green, 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 red, red, red. You know, it's like,
Really?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Once it
got,
yeah,
Seed got. I don't know what is the score of Bride?
it's rotten. Yeah.
Is it? I'm surprised that's not.
Once it went to direct to DVD type shit, you know, where they didn't have theatrical releases.
That wasn't until Curse.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Curse was also rotten.
I think Curse might have been the comeback because Seed was, I think, rotten. And I used to hate that movie. I got a little bit more respect for it now. But then Curse had the comeback because it went back to being a scary film. But Cult got shit on. Like Cult.
So,
Right.
so okay, this Child's Play 3 is the worst at 19.
It's not the worst.
Seed 37.
Seed's
2
got-
4 Bride 47.
Okay.
And then the remake 64.
Oh,
OG
okay.
64. Curse 78. Cult 81. And then the TV
remake
show.
and the original of 64.
I'll see.
This is why you can't trust the critic scores around.
Exactly.
Okay,
See, that's what I was saying is like the last two films have the highest rating in the series.
Yeah, it's just crap.
Yeah, they both have a 64.
Honestly,
Exactly.
I think over the years, and I think a lot of it has to do with just the power of IPs, I think critics have softened up on horror films quite a bit. Like, there are some things that I can't believe. Like, Bloodlines, I think, has too high of a score, honest to God. I think Bloodlines got too much love. I still like it, but I
Right.
premiered at like a 92% or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, they ain't that fucking good. Calm down. I actually thought I Know was going to be the same story here. So I have more hope for the movie now that it has a 46% Rotten Tomatoes than I would if it had sitting at like a 90 something. Because critics seem to kind of just, I don't know.
It's at a 48% now.
Oh,
We are so
we're
bad.
so back.
I think a lot of early reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes, I think a lot of them have lost their integrity. I think a lot of people say shit to keep getting free tickets. And you know, people like John Squires just went on, and Cody Leach, they were defending critics, rightfully so. Like, I don't think
Superman.
Yeah, like I don't think anybody's being paid to put out reviews, but I think you kind of get pressure from studios to put out a good review, or we're not going to invite you anymore. Especially if you're on the low totem pole of critics. You know, like if you're not getting millions of views or hundreds of thousands of views for every review, I think you just have the pressure I want to stick around, I want to be in this community. And that's
that
annoying.
makes sense.
Studio's fault, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like the Superman stuff, I know the Superman embargo doesn't say leave a good review, but it does say, hey, make sure you tag us so that we, you know, if you got good things to say, make sure you tag us so we can get you into future screenings. When you read that as a creator, do you not think, oh, if I say something nice, I'm going to be put on their list to be at future screenings?
Right.
I just think that puts a lot of pressure on you. I don't know.
Well, and obviously all the recent DC films have taken a big public hit, you know, in the sense of they'll never be Marvel. It's not as good. It's boring. This is that. The director's cut for, you know, of Zack Snyder, it was of Suicide Squad, you know, and stuff like that. There's so many things that come into play for critics to, and like you said, that if they, you know, tag, it makes it feel like it's an incentive to not talk shit. But you just got to be honest, you know.
Well, when it comes to Superman, I think it's again the loud minority taking over because everyone was making the big deal. If you give it a positive review, you're paid. It has an 83% certified fresh and then a 93% audience, over 10,000 verified audience ratings.
Right.
It's the loud minority of people that don't like the movie that you're seeing, and not the large, very large majority of people that actually do like it.
Yeah. Like I don't think anyone's getting paid to do reviews. I just think there is some pressure to leave good reviews. Honestly, even just look at it from like a personal perspective here, like the way we look at ASIM games. I think a lot of the times, as a creator, like if TCM was ever in a bad, actually, let's go way back because I don't care about TCM now. I'll fucking dog on gun however I want. But I think there was a lot of pressure on people like us when F-13 was popping and they had a mistake. It was kind of hard to shit on them because you're worried that you're going to be blacklisted. You know, I mean, look at the way that Gun only represents Twitch streamers on their like anniversary post.
Oh,
you know? It is not a perfect example of what I'm saying though.
Because
like,
they didn't talk shit about the game because
Right.
they stopped.
they stopped playing the fucking game. Like, yeah, so if you're a creator who if you're a creator that played the game for 10 hours and never actually gave any criticism of TCM, you get to be featured.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get to be featured over here on our page. But if you have any sort of constructive criticism and you've dogged on us at all, even though you have thousands of hours and you have millions of fucking views, you're not going to get featured. Like, that's a perfect example of where, like, no, we're not being paid to say shit about you, but if I don't say the right thing, you blacklist us. So,
this was the topic of 2 of my videos that I've done. I can't even tell you his name, but he had 16 hours played still to this day. Only 16 hours played in TCM and was featured on one of their content creator community hub posts.
it's just it's soft as fuck, dude.
Meanwhile, there's your Arctics, your Middies, you, Nick Nasty, Anthony, that we're all grinding.
Yeah. And, like, MIDI, at least, they don't even talk shit.
No.
Yeah.
Like, they're nice. I kind of get, I mean, I still feel like Wheezy and Anthony and people like that deserve to be represented. But I get why you don't do us. Go ahead. I don't care. But why are you completely ignoring all the people that are just feeding you free views all the time?
That are grinding.
That are loyal.
Loyal, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That honestly, that's another thing that drove me nuts about the way Gun handled TCM. Is like, I understand that the people that are the most loyal to you also have the most negative opinions because we know where you're fucking up because we're paying attention.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that we hate you and you should fucking blacklist us, you know?
Like I said, at the end of, or at the beginning of each of those videos, this was never an intent for me to just completely shit on Gun. This was constructive criticism. This is all from love of the game and horror. And honestly, it led to people, and especially Reddit and fucking Discord, where people would literally give death threats to the devs. Fuck off, dude. Nobody deserves for their next game to fail and be homeless. I hate seeing comments like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've saw it multiple times. I hope Gun's next game fails and Wes is homeless by the end of 2026. What even is that, dude? You know what I mean? Like, nobody deserves that, dude. But what I'm saying is that's where it came into play for me. It was like, dude, I felt, and I'm going to speak selfishly here. I put over 1,200 YouTube videos up of Texas Chainsaw Massacre content, and I've been covering content since before the tech test. Okay? Even if it was a fucking tweet. And here's, you know what's, you know, okay, hold on.
We got him fired up.
A good friend of mine, Mel Too Solid, Twitch streamer, okay, content creator for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, myself and multiple other people were impersonated by hackers who would use our gamer tags or Steam names or whatever as their TCM gamer tag, right? All it took for Gun to do anything in the sense of just, hey, make a tweet about it, dude. Just so you guys are aware, because not only did that hurt my brand and my channel and people coming into my chat when I was live and calling me a fucking cheater when I'm on Xbox, dude. You know what I mean? Same scenario with Mel, his brand and it was more prevalent with Mel Too Solid more than anybody because he was just the face of Twitch for TCM. It was the fact that they couldn't just say in a tweet, be like, hey, guys, we got some fucking dickheads out there impersonating our content creators. You know, don't believe everything you see. That's all we wanted. Instead, we got, you know, nothing. And that's where it really hurt my thing. And somebody in my chat just said, fuck yeah, TCM slander. Let's go.
That's one of those things where, you know, yes, we may be the ones that are going to be the hardest on you. Those types, like, not just us, but just your most loyal creators going to be the hardest ones on you when you fuck up. But they're also going to be the ones that are still there a week after launch. All right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are not going to be. So, yeah, that has always been pretty annoying. But in terms of us, it doesn't even bother me anymore because I get it. But it's so annoying seeing smaller creators that are the most loyal creators out there not getting represented.
Because we've been there.
I don't mean smaller than us, just to be clear. That's not. I'm not big broing anybody. I hate that. What I'm saying is, like, the only people you ever see get featured are the big creators.
When it came to F13 and we got Creator of the Week, we were the little guy. We were like, oh my God, like all the hard work, it's seen and it's appreciated.
Right.
Especially when you are a smaller creator or even just starting your journey. Like,
He used
big.
He used to be great about stuff like that. I mean, Wes used to go out of his way to do interviews on small channels to help people grow. He did that for us twice, dude.
Yep.
And he didn't need to. What happened? What happened? They make millions of dollars and all of a sudden they're better than us?
They got to refill the snack drawer, dude. Got to refill the snack drawer.
I know for a fact that Gun has been fucked over by content creators that have broken NDA. So I understand their hesitancy when working with creators. I'm not saying go out and sponsor content and do play tests with content creators, but if you're going to do a creator post spotlighting the community, maybe actually do the content creators that cover the game still. That's all about that next time.
Well, and the fact is, I mean, they did get clowned on for that community hub post with all those creators. You know, you can appreciate creators more than once, right? Do a part 2, do a YouTube one, and spotlight all y'all that's been grinding.
Well, hopefully at the very least, their next game, all those creators that they ignored, you know, get codes. Free codes at least. Get to be part of a beta. Get to be part of early access. Hopefully, they don't just cut everybody out. Because I kept saying blacklisted, and I don't think they're blacklisting creators. I would hope not that are critical of them. But yeah, not a good sign so far. Yeah, not a good look. Why is everybody? Are we going to pretend that YouTube is not just as important as Twitch when it comes to promoting and marketing games? What is with that? Why does nobody do anything with YouTubers anymore? Damn.
Yeah.
Hate. Yeah.
YouTube
needs that. Words. Sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, it's just the purple snakes. Sorry. Yeah. Anyways, continuing.
Yeah, add like Twitch drops to YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube also needs to get with the times. That's
YouTube drops, dude. Let's go.
They need to do that. YouTube needs to get with the times. They added this new top fans,
which
thing.
I haven't seen. But
it was in the member stream earlier. It was working.
Like it hasn't popped up in this chat at all.
Nobody in here is fans.
None of you are top fans.
I think it's also, like you said, was it based on like comments? Like it changes every stream or
per stream? It's per stream, I'm pretty sure, and then you get a bonus with super chats. I'm pretty sure. And super chat members bonus. But I don't know what it's supposed to be encouraging. I guess you'll chat more if you got a badge next to your name. I don't know.
Dick measuring, honestly. That's about it, really.
Perfect. Same. Yeah.
No, there's one.
Oh.
Yeah, I have one on mine. Perfect.
So, what's Gun's next game, huh?
Scout Dracula.
Scout Dracula. Tremors the game.
Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn.
People keep kind of twisting what we said still because people only watch the first 30 seconds of videos, and I understand that. But I do think they're making Scout Dracula. I do think that's an original game they're working on. I do think they're making Halloween. Those are two separate projects. The project that Kane Hodder mocapped on, I do believe that is Halloween. Just to be clear, I think Ilphonic and Gunn are working on Halloween. I was a betting man. Scout Dracula, its own thing, probably mocapped 3 years ago. It's been a while. And I think they have another license somewhere in that mix as well that we haven't heard about yet. That probably will be announced first. I think their next game will be a licensed game. And because there's no way, because basically if it's not a licensed game or if they don't have another license in their pocket, that means they were working on Scout Dracula that whole time and didn't have something else.
And we're hoping that the trademark would go through.
Yeah, and hoping TCM didn't fumble.
Well,
I don't.
Especially the dates, right? The dates of the trademark was literally 2 weeks before the fucking tech test, or 2 months. It was March of 23.
yeah.
May of 20. It might have been May 8th or March 8th. I can't remember, but either way, it was very close to the tech test release that they applied for the trademark of Scout Dracula, and that was just the timing. Is like, man, you guys don't believe, or what? Or you have another team? Is Scout Dracula being made by 2 of the 15 or 12 employees? Like, how does it all work? You know,
I mean, publishers should be working on multiple games at once, because they're not taking a ton of like manpower from their side. From a publisher side, you're not taking a ton of manpower to keep a game up and running.
right?
You know, they're a little bit more intimately involved than most publishers because they're helping with game design. They do internally. I know it doesn't look like it, but they do internally play test. Maybe not very well, but they do. So they're doing more than most publishers do because that's often not even a publisher job. It's like, yeah. So sure, but they still can easily bounce around multiple projects at the same time.
Well, I mean, because we know all of them because they're such a small team.
Yeah.
Who are the producers? I mean, you could include Wes, Ronnie, Ben, Ish, Rob. Those are all your producer and producer extended roles.
Yeah.
And maybe there's even more that we don't know these if they hired. I don't know.
It's also worth noting that they have not let anybody go. They have 3 CRs and
no games.
So
Yeah.
I would think that they have a handful of things in their back pocket. Otherwise, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, 3 CRs. That's a good point. 3 CRs for one game that's going to be announced soon.
An original game.
An
too.
original game.
Yeah.
You think they would have more in their back pocket than just that? You need 3 community people.
Yeah.
Well, like you said too, if it is an original title, you know that what the top 3,000 comments are going to be. But if it is a licensed, attempt at a licensed chapter or a licensed title, it's going to be okay. I can get with this. But if it's like you said, an original title, it's gonna be like, you gave up TCM for this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like you have to have something with more caliber.
Yeah, I would just think because if not, that's because they've had a lot of people come forward to them. Wes already said that 10+ IPs have come to them. You would think that's something in the last 3 years, 4 years they locked into and committed to. I don't know. I'm not buying the fact that they don't have another license beyond Halloween. Because Halloween would have just happened. When I had a job, I was still working on the Halloween game.
Right. And again, that's all just my source remains to be private. He's giving no information, but Boss Team lost the rights and Gunn got the game. That could just very well not be true. That could just be a flat out lie.
Yeah.
We genuinely don't know.
I will say the source that came to me, the source that came to Slasher Radio, two different sources, completely different people. And the fact that it shit lined up perfectly,
Right.
it sounds about right, but you never know. It's
Do
allegedly.
you think, I think I asked you this before, but do you guys think oh fuck, never mind. Maybe they had insider information or they were working on something, but when Ilphonic posted that survey back in December, which was a weird time for that, right? It was in December on Twitter or on X, and they had posted that survey. Do you think it had any like, regression that they were pushing forward? Hey, we're working on something else.
Well, then they let 30% of their employees go
Yeah.
right after.
Yeah. Yeah, that was tough.
A disgruntled Ilphonic employee? Are these the sources?
Well, honestly, that's not my
Right.
That's not my source. But yeah, like I don't know. Slasher Radio, maybe.
Disgruntled ex-boss team employees, Riley and Nick.
Dude, at Boss Team, there were 6 of us.
Yeah.
There were 6 of us total. 3 of us got let go at the same time. So, yeah, it's a small team over there.
And I am disgruntled.
And we weren't like when I was called and let go. I don't want to get too deep into this shit, but like I was not told, hey, this happened, so that's why you had to. It wasn't like that. It was like, hey,
Thanks. Bye.
Seriously, like that was one of the reasons it was so tough to swallow, because it was like I have no fucking clue. What did I do wrong?
Right.
What is happening here? So that's why it was tough to swallow at first. But yeah, if you lost a license like that in the middle of development, I could see how you'd probably be like, shit, we gotta go let the whole marketing department go.
But
who knows?
On our last day, Boss Team had Halloween.
Right.
I think we could say that because that's public knowledge.
Yeah.
We genuinely have no other idea.
Yeah.
But if Gunn and Ilphonic did gain rights to the Halloween IP, don't you think with your guys' history that they would have been like, hey, we should keep fucking these guys on? Like,
No.
Or even whoever you were.
Nope.
They just clean house, get everybody out?
If Gunn specifically was like, hey, we got the license now, how are we gonna work with people that work on the game? They'd be like, anybody but Slash and Cast. Anybody but those guys. And actually, I've said this publicly before too, is like I've talked to Wes about this, and when they were like trying to hire people, we applied, and he was like, this is not in a bad way. I did not get to an interview process or anything, but Wes has said is like, if you're making Slash Cast videos, you can't work at Gunn because of conflict of interest. I'm like, yes, that makes sense to me. And I totally get that. So I would not drop Slash and Cast to work at Gunn. And that's, yeah.
Right.
Not that he did not offer me a job. I'm going to be crystal clear. During that community management represent what Andy got hired for, we applied to that job as well, and it got we never had a job interview or anything, but it was like, hey, if you have Slash Cast,
And in retaliation, you convinced the board to vote you the new CEO.
and now I'm the new CEO. Yeah.
I guess that makes sense, dude, for real.
And honestly, I think in the situation that if Gunn were to be taking over Halloween, I don't think they would give a shit about Boss Team or anybody that was working on it before, especially because we weren't developers. I mean, as a publisher, you were helping develop a game, but we weren't doing anything.
Also,
the way that
Gunn is, they want to be very hands-on, especially with the game design.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing as well, because again, we didn't know how far along Halloween was developmentally. I made one piece of art, and that was it. If Ilphonic is in fact making Halloween, and they were this far along, when Gunn jumps in, what changes?
Right.
Do they hit the reset button on game design, or what? How much power does Gunn take in that case?
Yeah.
Or do they just want their name on it? Because if you're Ilphonic, wouldn't you still want to co-publish?
Absolutely.
That's what I'd want to do.
That's what you
I think they want to be involved, though, because just from the interview alone with Wes that was recently posted, him calling it a bucket list item, I mean, it makes more sense that they would be heavily involved.
I don't think he was talking about Halloween. I
Well,
think
he
that
definitely
would be,
wasn't talking about Scout Dracula. Right?
well,
So
you
this
don't
is-
know that. That should be a bucket list thing for him. I think that's why I think that's another license. I think that's completely separate. If they're already in a position where they're going to announce Halloween, I'm going to be flabbergasted.
Again.
Yes.
Announce Halloween again.
Is my artwork ever going to be used again?
Fuck no. The first thing they did was
Hey, let me ask this.
Logo.
please.
If Ilphonic was brought on at Boston, for Halloween, wouldn't you think that you guys would have heard any news about that working at Boston? Or was it like super fucking secretive at that point?
This is where you're getting into, I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I can't say. I'm not under NDA on this thing, but I don't want to like throw anyone under the bus and get in trouble. Like, honestly, God, in terms of working on Halloween, I was asked, I got a folder of pieces of art, and they said, this is the type of artwork we want to use for this announcement. Can you make it cooler? I'm not even kidding. That's basically what happened. I was like, yeah, I got you. And I made art, and that was it. Like, that was like the end of the conversation. And then
the text for the press release, which was not even final.
yeah,
It got revised 20 times before it finally got posted.
yeah. So like any
By other
marketing meetings we had leading up to like the months before we were let go, Halloween never was talked about. It was Retro Realms that was like the main focus,
Right.
and some other miscellaneous shit. Like Halloween was like never talked about. I don't know shit. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna leak
We wish you did.
everything. I don't even know. Like, I don't know if it's multiplayer. I don't know if it's single player. Nothing.
Both?
We
Give
weren't
us
deep.
both.
Yeah,
Don't.
we were not intimately involved in the consulting process for any sort of game design. So, take that
Right.
as you will. I don't.
Well, if you were, you wouldn't have put the pressure valve in the fucking basement. That's for sure. Do you remember that horror story?
Oh yeah, I
Slaughterhouse
still have PTSD. Honestly,
PTSD. Yep. No stun
Brutal.
immunity in Leatherface Lair Slaughterhouse.
But with Halloween, if Ilphonic's making it, it's an ASIM game, right? I mean,
It has to be. Yeah.
in Ilphonic, it's an ASIM game, and man,
However,
it's hard to pull off.
what if, again, I brought this up when we made the video, what if Wes's bucket list item is to stray away from ASIM and make a single player title?
Could be. Yeah, it's called Scout Dracula.
Scout Dracula. Right.
Stealth.
Looter shooter, Scout Dracula.
From what we've heard in previous interviews from Wes, there are horror ASIM multiplayer.
Not
horror,
necessarily ASIM. but
horror
yeah.
multiplayer. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
Right.
they make.
all
That
Ilphonic
is like
is made.
that's what
so,
Gun does. This is what we do.
Yeah,
Horror multiplayer. And Ilphonic is kind of the same way.
yeah,
Arcade get it though.
yeah.
Cameron says, watch it be a Terrifier game.
Let's see it.
Terrifier isn't that big.
Especially for how. I mean, maybe now those deals could start being working
Right.
up and whatnot. Time that whatever this next game announcement is, they'd had to be in development for 3 years.
Right.
You know, like to be at the point where you're ready to announce. And I think Gun, although TCM got delayed because of going back to previous gen,
Right.
I think their goal would be like 6 to 8 months. Announce in an ideal world, when you announce the game, you have pre-orders ready. If you really want to have a quick turnaround, so yeah, 6 to 8 months announcement to release. That would be their goal. And Halloween, there's no freaking way it's ready for that.
No.
Scout Dracula, maybe. But so yeah, whatever game it is, it's been in development for 3 years.
If it's Scout Dracula, they
2
were
years.
betting on the trademark going through and the name going through.
So
They
then,
were betting house on it.
Yeah.
so then my question here is, if we know that Gun's next project is either A, nowhere near ready, or B, let's say halfway, why give up TCM knowing that we would simp and buy all these fucking DLCs because it was $300 in DLCs. Why give up when you know that we need steady income for the next however foreseeable future until your game is ready?
Yeah, I think that's another reason where I think they were very confident in whatever was coming up to be announced, which is another reason why I think it's probably a licensed game that we don't know about yet. There's no way they're in the house on Scout Dracula.
Right. A big time license, right?
Maybe.
I just don't know what it'd be.
Nightmare on Elm Street would blow our fucking minds.
Well, yeah, and they got me. But how would Gunn get involved with Nightmare if Behavior doesn't even get a chance at this point? You know what I mean? Be friends with Craven.
I just think by reputation wise, like if Behavior is if the Craven team is so against even working with Behavior for, you could say Nightmare 1, Nightmare 2, cosmetics, even in DBD.
Yeah.
Don't you think that they would stray away from Gunn because of the reputation?
Honestly, throw the reputation thing just out the window.
The any IP holders, Hollywood does not give a fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Gotcha.
All Wes has to do is fucking pull his stat sheet out of his pants, drop it on the fucking table, and say, "Here are our profits from last year," and that's it, man. Like,
right?
They don't give a shit. TCM
we
made millions.
We launched our first game in 2017. Well, preach and clear, but Friday the 13th. Look at how much money we've made in the last 8 years.
Yeah, and then Wes said in that interview essentially that they were in the green at launch. They said with the Game Pass deal, the investors immediately got an ROI. So
you the on Reddit, it was like a week ago, like it leaked. It was shown how Game Pass works and the types of deals, the average deals that these games get.
Yeah.
So a lot more people are now aware of how Game Pass actually works.
What did they say?
I actually didn't see that. Yeah.
I think it was the smallest deal was like 200,000 and the biggest deal was like 50 million.
Yeah, probably Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they could have very well been in 8 digits.
Yeah.
It could have been very well in 8 digits for that deal.
Especially for a horror IP that's world famous,
Yeah.
And Microsoft, they can look at how F-13 did and say, we are willing to take the chance on Leatherface, on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right.
Maybe smaller IPs where it's a little bit more intimate would be like, ooh, I don't know about Gun.
We'll give you $1 million.
But even then, smaller IPs was, But yeah, any big IP with like Hollywood people, they don't care what your reputation is. They just see how much money you made.
But like going back to that, like how do they, there's no money coming in because TCM's over. They could have gotten a Game Pass deal for this next game and they could be fully funded for the next year.
Yeah.
And that's why
and then they have investors.
And they do have private investors as well.
Yeah.
Do you think that Behavior, because remember, Freddy was the first licensed killer in, was it? Or was that Michael? Was he third? Right. So third, because it was Michael, then Bubba, and then the Nightmare.
Yeah.
Do you think, because that was what, 2018, 2017, maybe at the very end? For Nightmare. Freddy? Yeah.
It would have been, I was in college, junior year, 2018, I think.
Do you think that Behavior, since they, obviously the Craven team denied like any Robert Englund style cosmetics, right? It's the remake. Do you think that that Behavior has reached back out to try and maybe get that again?
Is that confirmed that they said, no, you're not going to have Robert Englund?
No, I don't think
so. Or was
so.
it just cheapest?
No, that's what I think happened. I think at the time it was just cheaper for them to get the remake. And now, as they probably try to reach back out for Freddy, now it's Craven's estate with the power.
Maybe.
And it's at least all the rumors suggest that Craven's estate wants a lot of money.
Fair.
Yeah.
Right. But people would eat it up in that community, right? I mean,
I think a lot of these, especially like you're talking about like Wes Craven's wife here. Is she supposed to be like well educated on video games and how profitable they are?
It's gonna be some lawyer.
Right.
Right.
And a lot of these people still don't get it. A lot of those higher ups still don't get it. So I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of a new thing.
Yeah,
Multiplayer.
the genre's still new.
Multiplayer and profits is still brand new to Hollywood. These old farts don't understand that multiplayer DLC, etc.
Yeah.
live service.
Fortnite's
can bring.
opening some eyes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what the hell? I had another point. Oh, I was gonna say people were talking about how West said dream project, and maybe that was a hint for Nightmare on Elm Street. To be clear, he said bucket list project.
Yeah.
So,
That would have been really good.
That would have been
That
a
would've
good Easter egg.
come on, I would have already been on that shit.
Yeah, that
I
would have been a West thing to say.
Yeah, he said bucket list.
So bucket.
He's
bucket
all
head.
it's been in my dream world to
my dream. Like, you know, I'm just a warrior in my dreams. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So who's got a bucket?
Right. What movie has a bucket? Oh, I know. Has a bunch of buckets.
SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie.
Yeah.
What else has a bucket? What do you?
The
Oh,
blood Scout Dracula logo. It's Scout Dracula.
Fucking hell. Yep. But that campfire logo is a little you know.
Why did they?
Yeah, and bad.
I get trademarking the bad and whatnot, but why would you? What is that symbol?
It's a fire. It's a campfire, but it's very clearly a blood
drop representing fire.
It'd be a water drop.
But it's
Freddy vs. Jason confirmed.
That's it.
We got him. Carrie has a bucket. That's true.
I wish it was Carrie, but Stephen King does not do video games.
Yeah, I don't even consider Stephen King projects or IPs an option
until after he's dead, and even then,
and then another 70 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, because Scream doesn't feel like a good fit for them. Somebody posted on it was brought to my attention by a creator named WEEZYFMAMBA.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody posted on the fan subreddit that it was Scream. It was a Scream game. And it was like
all over X today that Scream the game is Gunn's next project. So just like really poorly photoshopped.
It was probably the same source that said that Crystal Lake will be canceled this next week.
Yeah. See, people keep saying that like it's a code name.
Why are you trademarking and fighting DC?
No, yeah.
Activision has done it. You know, Activision has trademarked project name, like working titles. But like you're talking about a significantly smaller company who has never done that type of shit before. And they fought with DC. Yeah, like they didn't fight with them, but they had to go through
legal
that process.
Proceedings.
Yeah.
To see if it would infringe their copyright, which it didn't.
Yeah, and it's
Vlad,
like trademark.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would say is Vlad Dracul or whatever, that DC comic.
I think what it was, I think what they were going for was the Bat logo specifically because of Batman.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
I maybe not, but I'm pretty sure that was the what they were worried about, that it could infringe on their trademark. It was the Bat symbol, which honestly I think DC had a case, but whatever. They didn't even bother. They had like whatever, it led to like 9 months.
Yeah,
they had
extensions.
Yeah, we didn't even give a shit. It's like, it's fine.
Has anybody seen if there's any more? Oh, wait, no. Extended maintenance starts soon. I want to see if there's any more trademarks.
Scooby-Doo the game.
Oh, that'd be so fire though. Come on. That would be so fire.
Scooby-Doo needs to be in Dead by Daylight. Where's that collaboration? Now we have Shaggy in there. Come on.
We get Matthew Lillard again.
Eradicate Stu. Stu, how are you? I've seen a lot of people talking about that because now we know if it is Kane Hodder and the Halloween and whatnot, we know that Scout Taylor Compton and Ryan Kier Armstrong are also mocapping in Halloween then. How spicy.
I heard that Scout Dracula is actually not true and that it's serrated Frankenstein.
There are a lot of people saying that as well. Scout and Dracula are perks in TCM, dumbass. That's why they are.
Yeah, and they
Yeah, those are the only two perks in the whole game they trademarked.
Hey, they finally got it now that the game's dead. They finally got the trademark.
Yeah.
Good for
We could have picked the better perks. Outside of Scout was great, but we could have picked better perk than Dracula.
True.
Hey,
Just
quick
cartoony game.
quick veer. Pup named Scooby-Doo. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of that? I liked the pup named Scooby-Doo.
I don't think there's a Scooby-Doo show that I've ever like not enjoyed. I was even a fan of Be Cool Scooby-Doo, and everybody hated on that. I was a fan of Velma. All right, I wasn't a fan, but I didn't hate it like everyone. I actually watched it and then was like, oh, this is all right. I laughed a couple times.
Distinctly remember like Vincent Price being on Scooby-Doo, like such a memory of my childhood, you know, for sure.
My son's obsessed with Scooby-Doo right now. It's nice. It's nice for me.
Right.
I'm still searching around the trademarks. No, I'm not seeing anything else. The thing is, I'm only seeing the trade possible infringement with the Scout Dracula with the bat, not just the bat, not the name Scout Dracula. It's Scout Dracula with the bat underneath. That's the specific one that DC, they reached out to DC to see if it was infringement, and it was proven not.
I mean, yeah, okay.
So
well, I don't know about proven not. They're just like, we don't care.
Well, DC didn't care enough to be like, yes, it is.
So what are the odds new F-13 movie gets announced next week?
It's got to happen, right?
Like 90%? Is that what we're feeling? Like 90% chance that happens? What about a new game?
40, 30, 20.
5.
Yeah. Hey, NECA Toys, though.
If you're going to reveal a Savini Jason figure.
And the game's back.
Maybe reveal a game he's going to be
And the
in.
servers are on now. I'd come.
I would have been a little bit more excited. I would have been a little bit more excited had Gunn or the F-13 the game account retweeted the post.
Yeah.
That would have led to some interesting theories.
They're mad.
We keep forgetting about that too, because there's a very real chance that Gunn is involved in something related to an F-13 game. If Horror Rink and Jason Universe, like if they're thinking about truly dollar signs, and Gunn is also worried about the reputation and dollar signs this time, there's no better group to pair up right now than F-13 and Gunn again.
Mm-hmm. Right. I was going to make the joke of, Gunn has gone radio silent for so many times that they forgot their Twitter password. And that's why they didn't post. But they've been posting a lot lately after the game was sunsetted.
Well, I tell you that the F-13 the game account, who actually does have access to that in 2025.
Yeah, for real.
Does Gunn own that account?
Is it just Matt?
Nah, it's a brand. They can't own that trade, because they don't own the trademark or anything. This is Warner Brothers. Somebody at Warner Brothers have access to that account.
Yeah, you would think that once they were finally done, and they posted, servers are off, they would have just, here you go. I don't want it anymore.
It's too bad likes are hidden on X. Maybe the F-13 the game account just casually liked the tweet over there, Jason Universe, and nobody knows about it.
It's also still got a check mark, which means they're paying the monthly subscription. If they had given up on that account, they would have stopped playing with the check mark. Yeah.
It's actually a really good point.
Well, it was verified before, and yeah, the verification went away, and they bought it. They would have bought that shit, like, was that 2021 when that happened?
Right.
Elon bought it?
Yeah.
And changed it?
22?
I feel like that was like 22 or 23. Elon.
Yeah, so when that happened?
I noticed this morning that Elphonics doesn't have their check mark. Have they never had one, or did they stop paying?
I don't know if they ever had one. The sale for Twitter ended October 22nd or 27th, 2022, which means they didn't change the verification thing until either late 2022 or 2023.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Friday 13th game still has it.
Yeah. Which again is if it's a game that's sunsetted off into the distance with no planned DC or DLC in the future, what's the point in still, unless it's on fucking autopay?
The expiration of license from June 2023 when got 13.9 million impressions. 13.9 million views on that tweet. Top reply, Spencer Charnas. The only game I play.
Is it actually the Spencer Charnas?
Yeah.
He said that?
Yeah.
Wow. Why are we not best friends?
Then I see Never Surrender.
Wow, Chris? What's he doing these days?
I miss that guy.
You still rocking OnlyFans?
I don't know, but he's big into crypto still.
Big into crypto and porn. Is the last I think I've seen of him.
Yeah. Good times.
Man, I miss that guy.
Keep viewing the tweet and get it to 14. I'm on it.
Oh, man.
The power, man. 14 million impressions on hey, it's going to be gone in 2 years.
Yeah, they have to see the potential there. But honestly, if you're Gun at this point, you have Halloween, you had TCM. If they have another license, what is Scout Dracula? You're starting to get to the point where you're having multiple games that are competing with each other in the same genre.
That's true.
So if you bring F-13 back and you expect people to go buy Halloween, I don't know.
F-13 though is their baby.
Yeah.
Don't you want your baby to succeed? Even when it got shut down?
They took the money and ran, dude. Don't you know?
They were selling Savini codes. Someone commented that today.
They were selling Savini codes?
That Gun was selling those Savini codes.
Somebody was. I don't think it was Gun, but somebody was.
If Gun was really selling those Savini codes, they would be out of business. They would.
Well, dude, that was like, that's a side hustle of an independent person. You know, like there's no way a company's like, let's go sell a Savini code. We just made millions of dollars.
Let's go make $20 pop.
Yeah. All right, like come on. I don't know.
Savini sued them for something different.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to, because Savini already didn't want that shit out there. Yeah, that was something different. Oh,
yeah. All right, see.
All right, see.
Yeah, that whole Savini thing, that was different. It was free on PlayStation and sold on Xbox, or flip-flopped.
It was sold on PlayStation, free on Xbox. Yeah.
And
you see how that could skew the numbers? You see how that could be a problem?
And also, and people say they did it on purpose, but like, why would you give it away
back.
for free?
We thought you were gone forever.
Sorry, I missed the last 60 seconds or so. My headset disconnected and I had to fucking unplug it and plug it back in.
We were just talking shit about you.
Yeah. Figured as much.
I was gonna send a joke to you and Chase and be like, "Do you think every NECA Savini comes with a Savini Jason code?"
That would be hilarious, dude, because it would still sell well.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh my goodness. Well, that's what they did with the Alpha Predator.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Yep. It's a good collaboration. They should have thought about it. Maybe Alphonic was involved in the deal because they already did a deal with NECA in the past.
They're back.
I'm just kidding. That's probably not happening. I honestly, I highly doubt Gun and Alphonic were involved with that deal at all, the NECA deal.
I don't know. Would they have any say?
Who owns the rights to Savini Jason? Is it still Tom or?
Might be Tom and Horror.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know if Tom will. I bet you Tom had to sign it away too.
I don't know. Tom's got a good agent.
I guess so. I feel like if you're Horror, like that's their character, you know, and you would never sign any merch rights away or anything. So I feel like Horror Inc.
owned it from the jump.
Yeah, I would think. And if Gunn was able to do things with merch with Savini Jason, why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they have done it 8 years ago?
Yeah. So I don't think Gunn probably had any say in that. It'd be different if we got a a
Tiffany
Chad,
Cox.
yeah, or something like that, because I think that would have to go through Gunn. I don't know. Be nice if somebody would tell us. Just what with the fucking Gunn logo is just sitting on the box. It's on the artwork. Oh, could be.
Well, I guess we'll find out next week.
Well, one of the things I'm actually curious about is the packaging for it. Will it say Friday the 13th, the game?
I think so.
Yeah.
They're marketing it that way, but will it? You won't have the logo.
You don't think so?
They'd have to work with Warner Brothers. And like
I mean,
this whole time, they've been avoiding that. So,
I mean, why would they ever mention it though?
because it's a descriptor, and Larry said, he may not know his shit. He's a lawyer and everything, but Larry said that they could probably get away with describing it as Savini Jason as seen in Friday the 13th the game, but they could not use the logo. I don't know.
So it's just be Times New Roman.
But the thing is,
Friday the 13th.
yeah, didn't Horror Inc. for the multiverses deal? Wouldn't Horror Inc. have to do a deal with Warner Brothers for that? Like Warner Brothers can't just take the character and put it in a game, even though they own the trademark, right?
But that'd be Warner Brothers going to horror and being like, "You want Jason in here?"
But then the conversation's already happened. Wouldn't you think that they could do the same thing for a figure?
You would think.
I think they just don't want to work with them with
gonna make
TV and film.
It's gonna make so much money. You can afford to split it with Warner Brothers and get that fucking logo on there.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy 20 of them.
Yeah.
Say Savini Jason NECA is an instant buy.
Yeah. Just when I thought I was out of the game.
Yeah.
And the figure was just announced.
You are so back.
I'm still back. Damn. Well, Camp Blood wasn't was it a nickname? I mean, sure. This is a stretch. Sure. Yeah.
I will buy you a copy of Friday the 13th Part 2 if that is true. If
Scout Dracula
is code Friday the 13th the game Part 2, I will buy that man a copy of the game.
I don't think so. Don't think so. First of all, that trademark was sent in 2 years ago. You really
Also, I mean, the logo itself that's trademarked, don't you think that looks like it took 4 minutes to draw?
Yeah, and
Clip art.
Clip art.
Yeah. Like it doesn't even look, I mean, not to talk shit on artists, but I mean, it doesn't look good. It looks pretty lame.
Not even particularly a fan of the typography of Scout Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to tell when it's just a black logo on white, especially for something like, it's probably gonna be like blood red, and I'm sure there's gonna be dripping blood and things like that. I think we're missing a lot of the actual art part of the logo.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does. Not only does it sound like a cartoony type of game, Ghostbusters type of game, but the logo looks like it too.
Yeah.
So it might be a completely different vibe. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed type vibes. Yeah, the name itself is really not great.
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, that's all. We're patiently waiting for September/October, waiting for the announcement.
Nick, didn't you say we have 2 F-13s coming up in a row?
Yeah, we get February and then March and then November next year.
Oh.
All
Triple threat. Nice.
YouTube.com/Scout Dracula. Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Just start typing in every IP domain you can think of and see if anything is accessible.
Not available.
Get screamgame.com. Where does it go?
Scream the game?
Try both.
The game. Site can't be reached.
So we were saying.
So yes.
Somebody owns the domain though.
www. Oh, I didn't put the dot. That's on me. www.screamthegame.com. No.
Scream Game. Scream Game is a cooperative real-time party board game from Funko.
Oh, the Funko game. I have that game.
Scream Game we can buy it for $3,000. Who's in? Then we could sell it
to whoever does get the IP.
It's pure profit
for $40 million.
I'm in. It's only $120 a month.
Let me look up
for 24 months.
You guys see my phone? No, okay, good. I'm curious about something real quick.
I know what you're curious about.
See that?
Uh-huh.
If anybody ever wants to type that one in.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. What else?
If you type in IKWYDSL, wait, I know what you did. LS.game.com. You might get something. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think so.
No. Oh, wait, no, I spelled it wrong. I got fat fingers. I know what you did. I know what you did last summer. No, nothing.
On the topic of fat fingers and weight loss, my ring size was a 14 and a half. I'm down to a ring size 12 now.
Nice.
Wow. I also don't wear 4X and 5X shirts anymore. I'm this close from a 2X. This is a 3X, though.
You're close, dude.
One day at a time.
So, just had a random question from chat. With Saber bringing back World War Z, do you think Gunn has the possibility of bringing back TCM in a couple of years?
Technically, yes. Will they? No.
I think, well, one of the reasons I don't think they will is because if they are doing like Halloween and whatnot, and they have those types of things moving forward, if you get to the point where those games are competing with each other. If Halloween's an ASIM game and you bring back TCM in the middle of it, are you taking away players from Halloween and vice versa? And that's going to be a weird thing for them to manage if they have more than one game out at a time. It's actually one of the reasons we might keep seeing their games die after a year or two because they're too busy releasing another one. That's a concern of mine, actually. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully Scout Dracula is not a direct competitor to Halloween.
Right.
Or their other IP game, whatever. Yeah, they're putting themselves in a pretty niche genre and locking themselves into it. So doing multiple games at once.
Ilphonic can do it, but they don't have the player base that TCM had.
Yeah,
and Scout Dracula's gonna have.
They're different enough. Killer Clowns is different enough from Predator, where you do have two different player pools. Right. I don't think. I think if Halloween's an ASIM game, I think Halloween would feel a lot like F-13 or Dead by Daylight or in like TCM and things like that. That feels a little bit more of like a direct competitor.
How about this? Whatever game that Gunn and Ilphonic are working on, because that's confirmed with Kane, right? Whatever game that they are working together on, do they combine forces when it comes to marketing and social media? Or who takes the cake? Because we all know, at least from my experience, that Ilphonic is far better on Twitter than Gunn ever was when it comes to, they're still posting. You know, it's like Ilphonic has 3 scheduled posts a day type shit. Not that they're not in the office right now, but
yeah, they are doing a lot of like screenshot.
Yeah. And even that to me is, you know, it's cool.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is where it comes back to. So if it's a Halloween game and Gunn jumped in as publisher, are they co-publishing then? And if they're co-publishing, then their responsibilities, I don't know. I feel like it would. Gunn's got Ilphonic's got the bigger team, even on the community side too.
But Gunn wants it.
Yeah, I just can't. The egos, bro.
Ego.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine them letting them do it.
They want the control with it.
Yeah.
Which, sure.
Yeah,
I get it.
If you're going to put your name on something, I get it. Yeah.
Right. You want to control what's going out there.
Yeah. But if it's not Halloween and it's a game that Gunn's been on from the get-go, then they probably are not co-publishing and they will take all the marketing responsibilities.
Right.
It's going to be spicy.
Spicy. We're about to have some. It's gonna be crazy times, man. My wife, my wife mentioned that, like, man, this whole TCM gun Halloween summer camp drama is like a fucking daytime soap opera.
It gets juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think something you could. Here's a tinfoil hat theory. So bear with me. Don't read into this too much. Some of you guys take my shit very literally. If Gun is going to be announcing their next game in the 2 to 3 months, like Wes said in that interview, I would think they have something planned. If they're doing it that soon, I would think they have something planned for Scarefest.
Yeah.
And what we've seen in the past with that is that Scarefest works with them to bring in guests that can be on the panel with them. So, for example, when TCM was launching, they brought in Christina Klebe, they brought in Damien Maffei, they brought in Greg Nicotero, they brought in all these people to kind of work alongside them. So if you look, you're gonna have to go digging here because Scarefest has so many fucking guests. But if there is something consistent there, maybe the IP's in the mix right there, and they have a plan. They have a panel planned for Scarefest. So they announce the game early October, do something at Scarefest to start promoting.
You know who's going to be at Scarefest? Robert.
Tom Savini.
Robert.
Oh, Heather.
Angry Grandpa.
Oh, now we got it.
Ashley Lawrence. Is gonna be there. And Doug Bradley.
Oh, Hellraiser game confirmed.
Reanimator.
Reanimator game confirmed.
Chris Jericho.
Terrifier game confirmed.
A lot of F-13 people. Rare occurrences too.
Are there actually a lot of F-13 people?
Mm-hmm.
Kane's gonna be there, right?
Yeah. Dana Kimmel will be there.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
He's gonna go.
Dave Sheridan, David Arquette.
Scream game confirmed. Scary movie game confirmed.
Felissa, Kane.
Hatchet game confirmed.
Joe Castro.
Vengeance game confirmed.
Judith Roberts. Dead Silence. She's like 90 something years old.
All right, I'm in. That's what I want.
Yeah, there's Kathleen. Lynn Shay canceled, so Insidious canceled.
Nightmare on Street.
What else? Peter Cowper.
My Bloody Valentine game confirmed.
R.A. Mylov.
Now we got him. TCM 3 game confirmed. TCM 3 DLC confirmed.
Scout. Steve Knapp. Tom Matthews. Friday the 13th.
All right, so take my theory and throw it out the window.
VC Dupree, who's Julius.
Part 8.
Yeah. The Warrens Occult Museum.
The Conjuring game confirmed.
I think that's it.
Ooh.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, Dave Sheridan, David Arquette. Dewey versus Doofy, the game.
Just keep that tinfoil hat theory in mind, and if they end up having a panel, I told you so.
I will.
Do you think that we're looking into Wes's interview with the wording that he said about bucket list? Because I keep coming back to this, into it too deeply, in the sense of if he wants to, this has been on my bucket list to create. Would that already completely exit F-13 out of the conversation because it's already been created? Or is this still going into Riley's theory, or I guess both of your theories, that this is multiple games that they're fucking working on right now?
Well, I don't think he was talking about F-13, because I wouldn't describe a game already made as a bucket list. I guess you can make a case for it, but I do think he's talking about something different.
Yeah.
I don't think it could be an original game too. He could be describing the idea of Gun making an original horror game as a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably not too many details to pull from that.
We knew Halloween is his dream game from previous interviews.
Yeah, I really don't think that's the only reason I don't think it's Halloween he's talking about is I don't think that's the next game they're announcing.
It's just too soon.
It's too soon for 2 to 3 months, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could do a whole October announcement that leads up to an October release, but.
Or they could be like October 2026 and then bank that they'll get everything done by next year.
Yeah, I think October 2027 sounds a little more.
Yeah, a little bit more, more realistic.
You don't want to be like Saber
Yes,
multiple
Yeah.
games, multiple games. They announced
Jesus.
a whole year and they still don't hit it.
Yeah, like A Quiet Place. It was announced in 2022 and sat
Yep.
dormant 2 years.
Toxic Commando
Toxic Commando
was 2024. Had a
Yeah.
date for 2024.
At least it got a beta.
Yeah.
Finally.
And Tim Willett's first response was, "Y'all thought we forgot?" Yes, we actually did.
They need to
Just throw a coming soon on there. We know it's coming soon.
don't even
Also-
don't announce a game that you're not ready to push pre-orders for.
That shit.
Jesus.
Guess what else? Fucking Jurassic Park, dude. Saber another title, man. I've been ready for that, and they just tweeted it back in May, and we haven't had shit since.
How do they release such a kick-ass cinematic trailer for Jurassic Park and
Oh,
then
it's
still have
so
2
good. Yeah.
to go?
I just
Whatever.
want to say TCM didn't fail. They chose to abandon it. No, it failed and they chose to abandon it. They fumbled.
Well, here's because Weezy brought this up earlier. It's like I do think they probably were able to say goodbye to TCM because they knew they had something in their back pocket coming up quickly shortly after. But at the same time, I think they were sick of spending money on Black Tower. Dude, go look up on your own Google time. All right, go look up the average monthly per diem of a development team. You're hiring and paying these fuckers monthly, and they're not giving you anything to get an ROI with. If you can't give me a DLC to go sell, how am I supposed to keep paying you hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars, potentially millions of dollars? How are you possibly supposed to like justify keeping them on a payroll when they can't deliver?
Now, could they have gone and got a different dev team and fired Black Tower? Yes.
Yeah, that also would have cost millions.
It would have cost more.
Yeah, it would have cost millions of dollars.
Black Tower is on the cheap end.
Yeah, that's why they hired Black Tower. By the way,
But why though? In the sense that did Sumo cut a deal and then wanted out, or did they not want to pay Sumo anymore? Because we knew that the amount of cost for DLC in this game was the price of a console, dude. They made enough, right? And the deal, they cut the deal with, like you said, with Microsoft. What was it? I mean, it was $28 million profit, right? Roughly.
Yeah. Well, the Microsoft deal, I guess we don't have a clear idea on what that number is, but we knew they were in the green at launch or close to it. Like that's what he said, that investors were happy before the game even came out.
Couple milli.
Right. Do you think Gunn was pissed at Sumo's of anything in relation, maybe delivery time, your infamous spaghetti code scenario, like fixing bugs or whatever? I just don't know. I don't know where the thought process is let's hire a smaller dev team for cheap, but we're still making profit.
I mean, I think it's a little bit all of that. I mean, even with Sumo, content was not coming out very quickly. They were doing really good on the patch turnarounds there for a while. But yeah, content was 3 months apart, sometimes more. I mean, maps were not being delivered. But I think Sumo is probably, honestly, 4 or 5 times more expensive than Black Tower. Like, just random educated. I think Sumo is probably very expensive, and to keep a team that big, especially because not only is it Sumo Nottingham, there's Sumo Digital. Yeah, we got a parent powering down over here.
And
It's probably expensive.
It definitely could have been a Sumo Digital decision.
Yeah.
Sumo Digital could have said, look at all that money we made. Our per diem just went up for Nottingham. And Gunn's
so
like,
they requested more. Like, hey, we just killed it. Now we're going to re-up our shit.
Whether or not, I mean, it was very sad to see those guys at Nottingham say their goodbyes when it was announced.
Yeah, especially like Andy.
Yeah, Handy at Cheese.
Yeah, Andy Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were sad. Now, was that just out of passion? Just out of passion, even though they hated doing it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It
Or do
could
you think-
I'm corporate decision.
Yeah,
Well,
that seems more like the parent company blindside. Truly.
Yeah.
and then we could already see Sumo Nottingham was already starting to allocate resources to other games. So if you can't keep that many people on, you still have to pay a big ass per diem. I understand moving on. I just think Black Tower was probably the worst decision you could have made. And they figured out the hard way, which is why either they knew that, which I doubt it. I think Black Tower overpromised, underdelivered. If we see them work a Black Tower again, then I'll be like, okay, these guys are assholes. But I highly, highly doubt we ever see Gun and Black Tower work together again.
And honestly, that could be a reason why Gun gave up TCM, is because they didn't want to work with Black Tower anymore, and they saw that, right? They saw the production value that they offered, and that could have been a reason why they would like, hey, I know that we could make a bunch of money still by releasing. Where's the fucking hair pack, man? You know what I mean?
Fell out of scope.
All the shit that was in the game files they could have released, but they still gave all that up because they didn't. I mean, it makes more sense that they didn't want to work with Black Tower anymore.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I do understand it. It is still circles back to them. Like, why'd you hire Black Tower?
Yeah.
And then, the game post launch was the whole plan was a mess. Pay to win characters, no in-game currency, no unlockables, no free cosmetics. Like
the price on everything.
Level 99.
Yeah, no free. They were already in a bad spot to begin with, but then you bring in a team that can't keep up with content.
If they would have just mass produced the nuggets,
yeah, we got one around here.
Imagine the amount.
What are we looking for?
Nugget. He's down there. Much as that, I want to punch that little bastard in the face.
There he is.
He doesn't work anymore. Yeah, he died.
He doesn't work in game anymore either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what can you do?
A couple months away from all the answers we were ever looking for.
I said it before. For their next game, you got to have a roadmap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be like crystal clear. Just like
I think Outlast Trials has a good roadmap.
Yeah.
It's a wide window.
Yeah. You don't have to have a super tight window or anything. Just let us know you're doing shit. Thanks. Who, me? Just working on content through 2025. Yeah.
Wes said that once.
Yeah, he'll never say that again. That was
That's
another one of those. That was one of those learning lessons.
We promised to have everything delivered within the next 90 days.
Yep.
That's another one.
And we're going to announce a whole bunch of content that's never going to come out because it fell out of scope. You don't just do that. That's the reason I'm like, obviously something much deeper was happening between Gun and Black Tower. You don't just announce shit and be like, oh.
Yeah.
Like Paranormal, for example. You don't just do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
It truly is sad, but I always kind of look at everything with, I don't know, like just the bigger picture, maybe everybody is going to benefit from this, including Gun. And I don't wish that upon, bad things upon anybody. So outside of Dallas Cowboys fan, but we
Boo.
talk. So and so even though we've had this conversation for 3+ hours now, and these conversations in the last videos that we've all made and comments, it's something that I hope everybody is successful from here on out, even including Gun. Like, give us a banger. Okay? We know you're capable.
Just quit fumbling the live service.
You got to prove it.
Yeah.
They got to prove it. And I hope they do. I hope it's not just silent when it comes to that. You got to just prove it. Prove us wrong, man. Prove everyone wrong.
Yeah.
Show us that you're meant to stay.
This is another theory I've read a lot. Kane Hodder is playing Frankenstein in Scout Dracula. Again, that game probably mocap 3 years ago.
Scout Dracula.
Yeah,
Probably.
so I doubt it, but you never know. He actually could be a good Frankenstein, to be honest.
Is Dracula like super thin?
Well,
or is he a thick boy?
I don't know.
Could be a scary, thick Dracula. Big,
I mean,
thick...
Machine Gun Kelly.
Jelly Roll's playing the mummy.
Jelly Roll. Yeah. They were there.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
What a crazy turn of events if that happened to be true. If Machine Gun Kelly ended up being fucking Dracula. Fucking Scout Dracula.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys drink blood.
Imagine. Well, okay. Imagine
He's
if
got he got veneers in. His fucking teeth are fangs, literally, right now. Oh shit.
You know what's, honestly though, he actually could, like, that could have happened. Like, he could have mocap Scout Dracula. Like, I know we're joking, but sure.
And Jelly Roll was just there to along for the ride.
As for the capping Frankenstein, I don't think so.
Jelly Roll could be doing the voice acting part for Dracula because he's got a deeper voice than, I don't know, maybe it's country Dracula.
Yeah, I like it. Imagine if Kane was actually mocapping for Frankenstein and Scout Dracula, and you have all this hype building up. How frustrating would that be from Gun's perspective? You know, like, I mean, obviously it's frustrating for us if that gets announced. We're like, oh, you're shitting me. But like from Gun's perspective, like, they know an original game is obviously not going to produce as much hype, and now you have all these people hyping up Kane potentially playing Michael in a Halloween game, and all this relationship, F13 coming back. Everything is bigger than what Scout Dracula is, and then it's like the whole time they know that they have to make an announcement that's going to let everybody down.
Our second killer in Scout Dracula is Frankenstein, portrayed by Kane Hodder.
He Meshuggah, right? You know,
What'd you call me?
He kind of already has played the character before.
Yeah.
So
Edie Austin says, if Scout Dracula is inspired by the novel, Kane Hodder would fit Quincy Morris.
Again, I think they mocapped a long time ago. So
Yeah.
let's hope.
Moving on.
Moving on. That would be quite the funny play of events, though. That would be like, ooh. It's actually kind of one of the reasons we found that whole Scout Dracula trademark thing, and one of the reasons I wanted to cover it was to help calm down some hype. If you go into Gun's next game thinking it's Halloween, F13, Nightmare on Elm Street, or whatever, and then the Scout Dracula gets announced out of nowhere, you get blindsided by that, and be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I hate them even more. At least now we are mentally prepared for an original game announcement if and when it comes. So that's nice, I guess. I still don't think it's going to do well. There was a time when Gun making an original game would have been exciting. Now,
About a year ago.
yeah, like, I still think you take the leash off of them, let them cook. You know, let them put their game design brains together and have a good time. I'm sure they can make a fun game. I just think your reputation's in the hole right now. You really needed an IP to get you out of it. You really needed an IP to carry you instead of you carrying the IP. And yeah, an original game isn't going to do that for them.
Yeah.
It'd probably flop.
Yep.
Very, very good. Which it could be. I don't know. Maybe it's a single player game. Summer Camp's still being worked on. There was a new video out from WEEZYFMAMBA right now about Summer Camp.
True.
And Fear the Reaper.
True.
I've been working all damn day. I'm getting tired.
Rich, can I afford my Founders Pack now?
Yes, I actually figured it out after I recorded the video. Of course. You can actually view all the menus of Fear the Reaper right now. And character lore.
I didn't get paid. Okay, I can't afford the Founders Pack.
Pick it up. Get that beta code for Friday.
Don't be like me. Get your Founders Pack today.
$10.
Use code
$10, dude. Totally worth it.
I am excited to jump back in. It's been a while. Yeah, been a while since I played. I'm curious. See what changes they made. It'll be fun. Be fun to see reactions this weekend.
Yep.
All right, we wrapping this thing up?
Yeah.
Anything else we're dying to talk
I
about?
mean, we could definitely just go on forever.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I knew when you get three nerds in a room together, this is what happens. We'll do it again tomorrow. Who did that? Who played my eye?
My eye. But yeah, I think it's a good spot. 3.5.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Of course, Weezy, when I switch over the end screen, it's going to play on Zoom as well. So,
Sick.
we're saying our farewells. But thanks again for doing this. This was a lot of fun. This is a good idea. We should actually do it again in the future. Not tomorrow, but
Not
in the
tomorrow.
future.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big.
Yeah. Map more stuff out. Maybe kind of do this at the beginning and then play some games at the end or whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do a lot more game streams.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll be. It's been a pleasure, an absolute pleasure, brother.
I appreciate you guys again. Thank you very much for having me, and your hospitality is always appreciated. So thank you.
Of course, man. Thank you.
Yep.
I'll bounce out of the call, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, man. We'll see you guys later. Thank you, guys.
Love you, BB.
Hey.
Maybe man, get out of here. Fuck.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for having me and being here with me. Let me get my camera back on. Give me just a second here. Let me make sure this still works. Oh, yes. All right, we're here, boys and girls. Thank you guys, man, for having me. I appreciate y'all for being here on an evening stream. We did mention this multiple times. Over 600 people came in and watched. Like, this was just such a unique experience for me. As you guys know, we've just played games. I haven't really done any style of podcast. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the questions that I have for them. And we got to a little bit more to know Riley and Nick a little bit more on a personal level. So that was awesome, dude. And again, their link, we're going to make this into a video. It's going to be a long fucking video, but it should be some fun. The VOD will be up. Obviously, if you guys missed most of it or some of it, you'll be able to watch it all here on YouTube. We do have 2 brand new videos out right before the stream. I had to record 2 videos, Fear the Reaper, beta news, as well as the entire menu / customization tab, character lore and unlockables, etc. is all in the video, as well as a new summer camp video we dropped right before we went live. So make sure you guys do me a solid. Let me become a full-time content creator. Okay? The only way to do that is if you guys keep fucking watching, keep sharing, and keep spreading the love, man. We appreciate you all so much. It is 8:30. I have been up since 1 fucking a.m. It is time for me to get some sleep. The new Scream shirt, everybody didn't get to see in big mode, but people wanted to see the new Scream shirt. This is what Mrs. Mamba bought me, and I love her very much. So, as always, big shout out to my beautiful wife, and I fucking love you guys, man. That's it for us, dude. Thank you guys so much for the support tonight. It was so much fun to kind of get to know them and just bullshit talk about horror and ask each other, pick each other's brains. You know what I mean? So again, there is no stream on Friday night. We originally planned for a stream on Friday night for Fear the Reaper, but we are under NDA, so we cannot stream or record Fear the Reaper beta videos this time around. So I'm going to take the next couple of days off from streaming. We'll be back Sunday morning per usual with the boys Jaeger and red rum for some TCM. And we will see you guys Sunday morning. All right. Again, be on the lookout for more news videos throughout the week, of course. All right. Thank you guys so much. And again, don't forget to go over to Riley and Nick's Slash and Cash channel and drop them a like or a sub. Okay? Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you later. Peace out. Bye, Jaded. Later, bro.
Yeah. Run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough. I flip it 100 ways. I give you my soul, I give you my whole. I give me another day. Quit back in your clothes, come back through that door, but baby don't run away. My heart getting cold as I'm getting older. Won't see the sun today. I've been in that mode when I get that dough. I flip it 100 ways. I give you my soul, I give you my whole. I give me another day. Quit packing your clothes, come back through that door, but baby don't run away. We can talk about